Well, hello. I'm getting straight in because we are almost 45 minutes delayed thanks to faffs. Hello all, good. Happy Friday. We were supposed to be in the A320neo, but the EFB's not working for me for some reason, and I'm not too sure why. Like, everything else was responding, like all the buttons and stuff were fine, but the EFB I couldn't click on anything no matter what I was doing. So I restarted the whole scenario, that didn't fix it. Then I restarted the whole PC, and that didn't fix it. And then I loaded into the 737, because I thought, okay, well, we'll just do that. And then the whole sim froze. So I've had to do like 4 sim restarts. So it's always like, when I'm in my work day and needing to use the sim, it loads fine. And everything's all good. It's always when I'm setting up for a stream that I'm like 45 minutes. We could have been live at like 6 p.m. Oh, faff. Anyway, hello. Good to see you all. How are we? You had the same problem. It's the Horizon Sim 787. What? What? For the A320? Wait, so the Horizon Sim A320 does it? That's what? It freezes the EFB of the A320neo? You're joking me. Really? Let me just report that back to InnyBuilds. Somehow it's related to the latest Horizon Sim. That's wild. How is that a thing? Has it already? Did you say it's already been patched? Horizon put an update to fix it. That's wild. Let me just let InnyBuilds know, because I was messaging them. Well, I'm not going to switch now, because otherwise we'd have to restart the sim again for a 5th time, and quite frankly, I can't be bothered. So we'll do the A320neo another day. But anyway, hello all. Happy Friday. How are we all? It's the end of the work week, start of the weekend. I hope we've all had a good day so far. If you missed the trucking stream yesterday, it was good fun. Thanks to those of you who were here for it. And yeah, the route's exactly the same as we were going to do, but it's just a change of aircraft. We were going to be flying Air Calin in the A320neo, but luckily Fiji Airways operate the exact same route. So I'll just stay in the 737 for today. But yeah. I hope we're all good, though. I hope we've all had a good day so far. Whatever you've all been up to. I'm going to get kind of like straight into things, as I say, because we are like 45 minutes delayed, which is such a pain. So this is the route that we're going to do today. We're just doing the one flight. I thought we'd do a little bit of a longer flight. And it will just give us an opportunity to watch some videos or chill out in cruise. And so we're operating now Fiji Airways. It was going to be Air Calin, as I say, but it's Fiji Airways flight 291 from Nadi in Fiji to Noumea, which is in New Caledonia, French Caledonia, I think it is. And it is honestly one of the most stunning approaches in the sim. I'm not going to play this song. I'm not in the mood for that song. Actually, I need to get some other music playing. Let's change up the playlist a little bit, I think. Matt, hey, 77 months. Hello. It's 7x7 for 77 to start us off. Thank you, mate. Hello. There we go. We've got the spam. There we go. It's back. I need to turn down that music a little bit, don't I? There we go. Now we're going to have the whole spam. I would expect nothing different. It's literally going to do the whole thing. 504. There we go. We got the seconds. There it is. There we go. You've legit run out of things to... mate, that's fine. Thank you very much, mate. Happy sub thingy, I guess. Thank you for the sub thingy for 77 months. You're the first one of the day. Thank you, mate. Why is Automod taking that one out, Crackjack? God, it's all going on today. Anyway, yeah, so we were going to do Air Calin Flight 631 from Nadi to Noumea. But for some reason, well, because of something to do with a Horizon 787, apparently, it messes up the EFB in the A320neo. No idea how that's a thing, but it is. So we've switched to the 737, and we're going to be doing the exact same flight. So we're still doing the same flight that we were going to do, but just in the 737 today. So yeah. Hey, Mitch with a gifted sub as well. Thank you very much. We got Matt back in the crew for 77 months. And then Mitch with a gifted sub. Thank you very much, Mitch. It is a gifted sub to Bryson1. Thank you very, 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 very much indeed. I appreciate you, buddy. Oh, and a second one to Teratux. Hello. Waiting for the Synaptic 220 video. Nice. Thank you, Mitch. 2 gifted subs. They're going to both Bryson1 and Teratux as well. That's super generous of you, mate. And, oh, we got a Golden Kappa train on Twitch. Alert yourselves. It's a Golden Kappa train on Twitch. You know what that means. I hate politics on YouTube. Do you know of any good text-based guides on how to fly the Boeings? I can fly Airbuses fine with Boeings. I always end up stuffing the autopilot. You'd probably just literally want to try and find like an FCOM, like a flight crew operating manual or a flight crew training manual online, mate. I think, really. If you're looking for text-based stuff. I don't really know. I don't really look at text-based stuff, to be honest. But yeah. Hey, there it is. Golden Kappa train incoming. JBS, thank you for the cheer. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, beautiful. There we go. You'll have limited time to add an exclusive Golden Kappa emote. 24 hours. There it is. So yeah, so that's what we're going to fly today. So we've got the Innie build scenery for Nadi, and then I'll be honest with you, who was it? Who is it who do the Noumea? I can't remember. We'll have a look in cruise. But let's get going. Let's get in. Let's get this going. Let's get this going. I wanted to be airborne by now. But yeah, it's really weird. As I said, like whenever I need to use the sim in my work day, like if I'm recording my weekly shorts video for Instagram and TikTok, or just for whatever purposes that I need to use the sim, it always is fine. But then whenever I finish my work day and I'm just like trying to get the sim started up to go live for you all as soon as possible, I always seem to have faffs. It's annoying. Anyway, enough of that. Sorry, I've got it out of my system now. So here we are down on the ground in Nadi, in Fiji. We're in Delta, Quebec, Foxtrot, Juliet, Mike. Obviously, we're in the PMDG. And yeah, this is the beautiful Innie build scenery. We've not visited here for a long time. But it's such a cool airport. I love it. You've got all the Fiji Airways stuff. Hey, JBS! 5 gifted subs. Thank you for the 5 bomb. Come on, chat. There's not enough hype in here at the moment. I need some more hype. It's Friday. It's the weekend. JBS gifting 5 to Impies, to Lids Rock, to Adam, to Patrick, and to Antsy Hawks as well. JBS up to 89 gifted subs and taking us to 645 total. There we go. That's the Golden Kappa train in good order. Thank you very, 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 very much indeed for the 5 bomb, mate. Nobody else is putting anything in chat. Or I'm debating taking away the sub bomb emotes because they just do not get used. We can replace them with something else, but I'm going to put some in. There it is. Thank you very much, mate. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh god, there's even more. And then Darkish Master as well with 5. I'm going to put some more in for you. Nobody else is, but I am. There we go. Thank you very much for another 5 gifted. There we go. The hype train for the Golden Kappas is well and truly live. 5 gifted subs going to Chimney Cake, Sordy, Zachmar, Charles, and Craig S as well. Thank you very much. Is that your first set of gifted subs here? It must be. It must be your first ever set of gifted subs. Thank you very much for the generosity. That's absolutely incredible. 5 gifted subs. There we go. 650 sub points back in order. If you are one of the lucky 10 there who have just been gifted a sub, please can you give a thanks to whichever person gifted it to you. Thank you very, very much indeed. Dark Edge and JBS as well, both with a 5 bomb. Thank you, folks. Cheers, cheers, cheers. Right, I'm going to go and get this aircraft set up. I want to get this show on the road because, as I say, we are delayed. We are delayed, but we can go and get things in. We can go and get things sorted. How's everybody's day been? We all had a good day so far today? I hope so. I hope so. Whatever you've all been... I forgot to plug in the CDU. Oh, well, we'll just have to do it the old-fashioned way. Yeah, I hope you've all had a good time. So if somebody says that I can request refueling with GSX. How do I do that? So if I go flight plan request and get this in and then go set payload and then get, how do I do, somebody says that you can do request refueling with GSX now, but I don't know how. And then I'll do GSX again and do request boarding. So we'll get that going as well. Welcome everybody. Hello, hello. Feels nice to not be at work. Yeah, I mean, I love work, but you know, I'm like anybody. I do enjoy it when the weekend is here for sure. Yeah. Managed to get home from work about 45 minutes early. Nice. Yeah, I finished at 5 today. Had some food pretty much straight away, and then honestly, we could have been live at 6. I had everything ready to go at 6, and then this faff issue just stopped it. So yeah. But we're live now. That's the main thing. That's the main thing. Right. So GSX should be doing its thing. And then there's the fuel truck. But I don't know how the fuel truck works. GSX will tell you to begin fueling and you can click set fuel and it will gradually add up before the fuel truck leaves. It's not fully integrated like the Phoenix. I mean, it's here. Wait, it's just randomly fueling. What's it fueling to? What should it be fueling to? That's the question. It should be fueling to 6152. I've already got that in. I've got no idea. Hey! JH Jorth, it's 42 months. Good to see you. Hello. My goodness me. Hey. Well, welcome back after 2 years away. Back in the crew. Thank you very much for keeping on the support. A Prime sub, and that is, what, 3.5 years? Welcome back to Flight Sim. And then we've got James as well. 25 months in the Prime. See, it's connected in its fueling, but no fuel's going in. What the heck? James, hello. 25 months with the Prime. Thank you. Seems like Becca's on the phone to Mama Chewy. I swear she deliberately does it when I go live. Just as I go live. I've got no idea if I'm getting passengers or what. I don't know what's going on with GSX. I'm honestly close to just resetting it. It says baggage. Fuel truck is in position. You know what? I can't be faffed with GSX today. We'll click set payload. And we'll click set fuel. And we'll be done with it. It's Friday. I'm not in the mood for GSX faffs. After earlier on. I'm not in the mood for it today. Right, that's fine. Let's go and get the aircraft going. Who stole the front steps? I don't know. I just spawned in and there's no steps or jetway here. So, yeah. I even tried to, like, you know, put some air stairs out and the air stairs wouldn't extend. So I gave up on those as well. It's all going on today, I tell you. It is all going on today. But yeah, looks like you already have the fuel on board. Yeah, that's it. Right, so hectopascals, I think. Traffic over there. And I'll just do the same over on this side. And then we'll put 22.8 into here. There we go. Is that the Kappa train? There you go. You've all received a golden Kappa. So anybody who contributed to the hype train there, you've all received it. Only the people who contributed towards it. You won't get it if you didn't contribute towards the hype train. You should all, those of you who contributed to the hype train will have got it. There we go. There's the golden Kappa. Do I have it? I don't even know if I do. Oh, I do. Nice. There it is. Cool. Right, let's go and have a look at the flight plan. So here's what we've got in store for us today. We are FJ, or Fiji Airways Flight 291 on the 26th of April from Nadi to Noumea today. Honestly, I know this is a bit of a weird route, but the views on arrival are going to be worth the flight time. I promise you that. You missed the Golden Kappa train. I'm afraid you did. Yeah, the approach into Noumea, honestly, one of my favourites that I've ever done in the sim. Costing next day, we've gone with 35. We're pretty light. In fact, we're very light. Zero fuel weight is 53.3. Takeoff weight about 59.3, landing at about 54.6, so super light. Cruising flight level 380, flight time just under 2 hours today. And we're going to take about 6.2 tons of fuel with us, so that should be all right. We're expecting to depart straight out via runway 20 to Albab, and then a runway 11 arrival into Noumea. And yeah, I can't emphasize it enough, honestly. Even if you don't want to watch the whole of today's streams, or stream, be here for the arrival, because it's an absolute stunner. Hopefully I'll keep you entertained all the way through, but yeah. Let's go and have a look at the weather here. No, departure. Oh, lovely. We've not got one. Brilliant. That's really great. Oh, what's going on? No METAR nearby. Brilliant. Well, that's great. Are we going to get one there as well? Okay, no, we will get one there. Well, apparently the QNH is 1012, and I can get the temperature. It's just a case of the winds, but we'll just have to put them in as standard, so yeah. Wind is calm. Okay, good. Right, there we go then. That's fine. Thank you, Jack. There we go. Hey, Joel, how you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. In-flight entertainment can't be much worse than your last flight with BA. I thought BA were always very good at in-flight entertainment. Right, route uplink. Let's go and get it going. Do you not use VATSIM METAR? Does that even work? I don't even know where you get that from. What's the command for that? 1700 Zulu. Okay, that was an hour ago. Cool, perfect. Right, well, we can go with that then. So runway 20, activate, execute. Departures out of here. Oh, God. What is the departure out of here? Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord. Where are we going today? I think it's going to be one of these. I think we're out to Albab. Yes, we are. We're out to Albab. So it's going to be a Gulf departure. So for runway 20, maintain runway track to 2,500 and then a right turn set heading direct to Albab. Okay. So it's a Gulf departure. That's a very weird way of doing things, isn't it? Why can I not click that? Hello? Why can I not go next page to find the departures? Theoretically, only 4 days to sim update 15. Now, Packer, you've missed the news, mate. It has been pushed back. It has been pushed back. It's all on the dev update and on the dev Q&A and everything. Only has 1 page of departures. Oh. Okay. All right then. That's fine. We can just do it on runway heading and then go direct. So what is the runway heading out of here? It's 205 and the transition altitude is 11. So we're going to set both of those in. Got METAR on VATSIM. Oh really? I honestly didn't even know it was a thing. No METAR. There's nothing. There's nothing. Copy. Let's get that in. There we go. I think that's Nardi specific, yeah. Being that this is the last sim update before 2024 comes out, I hope they take their time. Yeah, well, that's exactly what we are doing. Yeah, that's exactly what we are doing. We'll worry about the arrival later. Let's go and do this. What are we cruising at today? I think it was 380, right? Yeah, cruising 38,000. No, Jet Delta, you're more than welcome to join. More than welcome to join. So let's put 38,000 into there. Reserves today are... What the fuck is that? No way. Reserves less than 1,000? Are you joking me? What are we expected to land with? What's that about? Less than a ton? Oh, I know why. It's because it couldn't find an alternate. It's Dendarian! Thank you for 4 years. Bloody hell. Mum, why are you shouting? Good lord. Geometrical shape, it would be... Thank you, Dendarian. Mama Chewie's just randomly shouting from the living room. I've got no idea why. Thank you very much, mate. Cheers for 4 years. There we go. Simbrief didn't give you the alternate. It gave me one with the A320neo, so I don't know why it's not with this. Should we take some extra fuel? Yes, I think we should, you know. I think we should. If I take another 2 tons, I mean, it's going to be well overkill that. Should we, if we've got 6.2, I mean, we could round it up to 7, couldn't we? We could go up to 7 tons. And then I'll just set like 2.0 for the thingy. Let's do that. There we go. Good. Right, cost index 35. And then the wind's 238 at 43. Good. Good, good, good. Right, that's all done there. So takeoff weight is now 60.5. That should have the fuel in. Yeah, it's got that. So we can go get the takeoff weight. Your alternate is NWWW. Yeah, that's what I got with the A320neo. So I don't know why it's not calculated with this, but yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Right, let's import from here. 20 for departure. Fine. Import from aircrafts. Flaps 5 off. That's all good. Import the weather. See, it's got that. And there's our information. So, oh, TO2 selected temp of 40. We are really light today. 135, 136, and 140. Is there any sort of intersection here? I don't think there is. Nah, we'll go all the way from Alpha. We might as well. Do you still lock FPS to 60? Yes, mate, I do. Good evening, Joey. Hello. Real time has a pretty sunset right now. It should just be going towards sunrise, I think, shouldn't it? Oh, yeah, let's go real time. It's sunrise. Let's do that. Let's do a bit of sunrise in here, shall we? Yes. Right, so TO2 and 40. Climb 1's fine. Flap 5. And then it was 135, 136, and 140, which is what the aircraft agrees with. Good. We're going to get a wind request through. And set up the MCP. And we don't want to arm... I'll arm VNAV, but I'm not arming LNAV. Which I guess I could arm heading select, couldn't I? Actually, no, that's just gonna... No. It's fine, just leave it. We'll do it at 400 feet. Love the Fiji livery. Yeah, as I said, we were supposed to be flying the Air Calin A320neo today. The Ini Builds one. But for some reason, there's a bug with the Horizon Sim 787 where it locks you out of the EFB, which is the wildest thing I've ever heard of, that an update for a freeware aircraft for a 787 can affect the A320neo. Apparently Horizon Sim have already patched it, but I would have had to restart the sim for a 5th time to do that and everything. But yeah, weird, isn't it? Right, let's go and get the APU on and then we'll get ready to go. How do you get your MCP panel to have wear and tear? Oh, it's a mod that you can get on, like an add-on texture thing that you can get on flightsim.to. Good. And then we'll whack that back down. Awesome. Yeah, not too bad, Mange. How you doing? One nice scheduled flight just did the opposite leg with Air Calin this afternoon. Oh, as I say, Sebastian, I was going to be doing Air Calin as well. We'll have to do Air Calin again soon, or do some flights in the A320neo, because I've not flown that thing for a while, and I was really looking forward to doing it today. But hey ho. Hey ho, these things happen. But yeah, this is a nice livery. I will agree with you on that. Oh, Robert, it's 58 months. Thank you very much indeed. Cheers, mate. They have 339s, yeah. That was the first time I ever flew into Noumea, actually. Was in the Air Calin A339. It was amazing. Thank you, mate. 58 months, Robert. Goodness gracious me. What's that? 2 months off half a decade? As casually as you do? Just, you know, chilling as you do? We're literally going to be ready for push and start in a moment, chat. I told you I wasn't messing around today. I told you I wasn't messing around. Right, okay. Trim. Let's go and set that. Less than 70 days I'll be in London. Hey, nice. Oh, enjoy, mate. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. Just try other Noumea Airport ATR ops. God, I've not flown the ATR for a long time. For a long time. Right, let's go and get GSX at least to do our pushback. And then we're ready to go. I don't know why it's doing all of this. Having a few issues with MSFS, random issues with aircraft and other weird stuff. I don't use it as much as I want to, but would recommend a full reinstall. Honestly, there should only be about 4 occasions where you ever need to do a full reinstall of MSFS.
Hello, Captain.
I'd remove everything from your community folder and load the sim in safe mode to see if it's actually the sim itself or third-party add-ons that are having issues. The vast majority of the time it's something third-party that's not quite working as it's supposed to. That's not to say there's not bugs in MSFS, but yeah, I'd start with that. You really shouldn't ever need to reinstall your sim unless it's like worst case scenario. Right, okay. I think we're actually good to go. So we'll go and get GSX. So in terms of pushback, oh, that's what we should be flying today. I'm so annoyed. It's fine. We'll do it soon. So it's literally just pushback nose right. We follow the green lights to the holding point for Alpha. That's our departure today. And then we can enjoy the sunrise. Again, if you've just missed it or you're just joining us, this is the Builds Nadi scenery or Nadi scenery, however you pronounce it. Really nice airport. One that don't really fly to a tremendous amount because a lot of the routes here are, you know, quite long flights, but for a Friday stream, I thought it was perfect. So we want nose right today.
Release parking brakes, please.
Okay, Nadi traffic, Fiji, Airways, whatever the heck the call sign 291 is. Stand number 2, push and start approved, nose to the right. I've got no idea what their call sign is. As I say, we were going to be flying Air Calin today. It was just a bit of luck that I had this livery installed. Which is all good, so there we go. Push and start approved, there it is. It's just Fiji. Okay, good, cool. Right. This stutter, by the way, if you ever fly in the 737 and you get that stutter, it's probably because you've got Volanta autosaves on.
Traffic, Air Calin 331. Push and start from one of the stands.
From one of the stands, that's the one. Yeah. I love it. I love that we're all on the same wavelength today. Oh, look at the colours in the sky. Oh, this is going to be a beautiful departure. Okay, packs off. Start the right engine first. Let's go. Yeah, yeah, alpaca. Well, you never know in this day and age. You never know. Oh, yes, please. This makes it all better. When things are faffing, and then you get things like this to see, it just makes it all better. Everything's okay in the world again. Hey, Heavy, how you doing, buds? The 352, I know, right? Do you reckon that was a tease all along by Any Builds? Do you reckon? It wouldn't surprise me. It would not surprise me, you know. Okay, start a cutout on number 2.
Please set parking brakes.
And we'll go and follow that.
Unlocking gear.
And then what we'll do is we'll go and do that the pack procedure. So we'll put the right pack to auto and then close the isolation valve. And that's going to split the packs with the duct pressure there. But it'll provide some air conditioning for the passengers at the back, but also mean that we can start the left engine. It's quite warm. It's 24 degrees centigrade, so yeah. With the will the pushback for SU-15 delay the 777? No, PMDG have already stated multiple times that SU-15 release has got nothing to do with their PMDG release timescale. There was somebody on the forums earlier on today who said that the release of SU-15 was directly applicable to the PMDG 777, the fly-by-wire A380 and the TFDI MD-11, which all 3 of those is not true at all. I don't quite know where some people get their information sources from. When is the new planned date for SU-15? Targeting for, I think, the week of the 6th of May, so around about the 7th of May. I think is what York said on the Q&A live stream, 7th of May. But again, that's just targeted. Right, there we go. So as you can see, 2 good engine starts. That kind of split pack operation. It's pretty cool. So APU off the buses and then off altogether. APU start switches to continuous. Probes on, and now we can put that the left pack to auto and the isolation valve to auto, which will bring the duct pressures back even again, and the APU bleed can go off. We'll go and select flaps 1, 2, and 5. We're going to do a flight control check. We're in no rush to taxi because we've got to wait for the air Calin over there. And then we'll get ready to go. Oh, I'll have a look, Steve. Oh, beautiful. I was there were quite a few different options about what I wanted to stream today. One of them was some 737 hops around Alaska. The other one was for some 737 hops around Honolulu and Hawaii. And then the next one was this, but in the 320neo. But it's just a bit of luck that I had this Fiji Airways livery installed, so yeah. So yeah.
Traffic count 331 taxiing runway 20 Alpha.
Nardi traffic Fiji 291 following the Air Calin A320neo to holding point Alpha runway 20. Okay, isn't SU-15 the 7th of May? That is the targeted new release date. I know we've said that a few times about targeted release dates, but that's why we use the word targeted or tentative. That's exactly why, because they're always subject to change. As like this is it now. So obviously you folks weren't aware of why, you know, like there were delays. Some people had already cottoned on to the fact that SU-15 might be the last sim update before release of MSFS 2024. And that's why we were delaying it, because we wanted to get it right for that. And, you know, and you're confirmed that on the dev live stream, which I'm glad was the case. So now you folks can understand, you know, we're not delaying sim update 15 for no reason. It's because we, you know, desperately want to get this sim update right and, you know, working well for as many people as possible, as it will be the last one before sim update 15. Now, there's been some misconception that it is just the last sim update. Absolutely not. Sim update 16 is scheduled for MSFS 2020 at the start of next year. I know that seems like a long way away, but, you know, I think I personally feel like the sim is in a really strong point at the moment. Response from Xbox players especially is the best it's ever been. And I think there's lots of great stuff on the horizon, and now it's, you know, full steam ahead for 2024 release. So yeah. So no weather radar in MSFS 2020. That's already been covered so many times before. Have a look at Seb and York's panel talk from FS Expo last year. Nardi traffic, Fiji 291 via Alpha, landing at runway 20. Right, we'll line up. Look at that view! Right, there we are. So we'll give some spacing as we are going to the same place at the same time. I heard the 777 was delayed to FS 2024. This is why you don't believe everything you read on the internet. Get your sources from the official people. Even if you're going to put a capper at the end of it, believe me, somebody will believe what you put in a Twitch chat. Look at this. Beautiful. Good evening, Fleur. Hello. Love the variation in colour. How long is this flight? It's about 2 hours, so we'll keep ourselves occupied in the cruise. Maybe watch some more Sam Chui meme videos or something like that. Whilst I was working today, I had a Just Planes video on in the background, which is quite nice. I'm just going to pause alerts and things. Nadi traffic, Fiji 291 departing runway 20. Golf departure, Nadi. Okay, so lights. Auto thrust can be armed. Let's get going. It's the last flight of the week, folks. Still using Active Sky? No, I used it just for that first day and I've not used it since. It doesn't work with SimFX yet. Right, okay then folks, here we go. Why does that not work? Whatever, take off. Sim Market seems fishy. No, Sim Market isn't a fishy website. 80 knots.
Positive rate of climb.
Gear up. Oh! Right, 400 feet. Heading select's automatically gone in for a lateral mode. No, it's not. Don't know why, but we'll go and do that. Command A. Look at that. That looks insane. Okay, so we're waiting for 2,500 feet and then we'll take the left turn direct to Albab. Am I using the Airbus joystick? Yeah, I am at the moment. There is a reason why. I'll explain in a bit. Right, flaps 1. It's all to do with the mounting of the Boeing yoke, which I was having issues with. Flaps up, just because of my setup. Right, direct Albab. LNAV. Oh my god, the colours in the sky just look unreal. That is unreal. Look at that. Which game? X-Plane? No, have a look at the title of the stream. 2 seconds, guys. Oh, lovely. Oh, I love it when that happens. Sorry. I don't know why that happens. Mama Chewie was just shouting so loud down the phone to Becca, I could hardly hear myself think. Right, let's turn all that off. Auto brake off. Landing gear off. Direct all the way to Albab. And then we'll continue the climb. So 38,000 feet into there. I'll go and set standard. And there we are. That's us on our way. We can go to sleep now. Oh, well, we've timed that well. Maybe Mother Nature was just telling me that me being 45 minutes late for the stream was meant to happen. Which mod for what, mate? Wouldn't the Warthog stick be nicer to use? I actually prefer the Airbus side stick in some ways. Although, Thrustmaster announced the new side stick base soon, so I'll be using that for a lot of stuff. This is a sunrise, so we're flying on real time right now. So this is what's going on right now in Fiji. Which mod for graphic? Default. There's no mods here. This is how MSFS looks. If you missed it, Thrustmaster have announced a new base, the Ava base for the joysticks, which basically you can hot swap the sticks, like the A10, the F16, the F18 sticks, and you can customize the base, so like the spring settings and all sorts of different settings to kind of like change it to your, you know, how you want it to feel. It looks really good. Look at that view. Rayfan, hello mate. I'm sorry to hear about the car. I told you that thing's cursed. I know it wasn't your fault, but I told you it's cursed. Hope you're good, mate. Yeah, the T16000 is. Yeah, you're right. There's, yeah. The update since I saw Sunrise. No, Nissan, this is completely default. This is the way the Sunrise has always been in Nissan, really, I think. Yeah. Right, I'm going to go and extend the range out on the display. Get it all the way out. And we'll go and take the seatbelt signs off. Good. So seatbelt signs off. Beautiful. Well, that was a stunning departure, to say the very least. And then the flight time was expected to be 2 hours. So we should be landing at about 2020, we'll say, Zulu. Which is a lot later than I wanted to, but as I say, it might, you know, maybe Mother Nature was just, you know, telling me to not start the stream too early today so that we could enjoy this departure. And this song is such a great sunrise song. Look at this. Beautiful. Get rid of the landing lights as well. Oh, come on. Oh, that was a massive lag spike. Probably an autosave again. There we go. Oh, stunning. You never complain seeing a 737 stream? Aye, there we go. Yeah, that's it. As I say, it was just a bit of luck that I had this livery installed because they do operate this flight. I'll be honest. So I picked the flight this morning. And I, you know, it took me like 5 minutes to pick it, and I installed the Fiji Airways livery because that's what I was going to fly, and then I saw that Air Calin operated it in the A320neo, so I installed an Air Calin paint for the INI A320neo, which we've not flown for actually quite a while now, a couple of weeks, and so yeah, and so that was the plan until 6 o'clock, but. Yeah, just a note on that. If you're in Sim Update 15 beta and you are using the A320neo and the EFB doesn't work, it's a bug with the Horizon Sim 787. So update that. Apparently they've patched it now, but it's only thanks to you folks in Twitch chat that I learnt that. I messaged INI Builds and they had no idea what it was, so they know now at least as well. But yeah, really weird. So I had to kind of... I quickly hot swapped into the 737 and then the whole sim froze. So I had to restart for like a 4th time. Faff. But it's all good. We're live now. We're flying. All is good. Out of pain to anchorage? Nice. Is that what they're actually doing, or are you just doing it yourself, Adam? Very nice. The good old faster flight sim. Well, as I was saying, like, I literally never get this when I'm working. So, like, during my work week, you know, I'm in the sim quite a lot. If I'm checking things, trying to repro a bug just that I might have seen on the forum, or recording stuff, taking screenshots and stuff. You know, like, I do a lot in the sim during my work week, obviously. And it's always fine. But it always seems to be, like, whenever I'm, like, I've finished my work day and I've had some food and I just want to get live, that things faff. Always seems to be the way. Can't explain it, but there we go. They patched it a few days after that release, right? I probably just missed the memo of it. Oh, well. What could be your first flight in the fly-by-wire A380? I've not thought about that, mate. It's ages before it's going to come out, so no idea. It's currently in the Seychelles, so you're a few days behind. That's cool, though. That's cool. Yeah, I'll show you guys the new Thrustmaster base when we get to cruise and stuff. We can go and have a look at it. So, yeah. There's some sort of drama between devs because the issue is a lot of conflicting add-ons use certain sim files that get overwritten for their specific product. Horizon A cars and... Really? Horizon doesn't have an easy way around it. Oh my god. Why did somebody... Sorry. What are these songs? No. There we go. I did not know that. Joey! Hey, 13 months! Hey! Oh, sorry. I need to get that sub through because I've still not unpaused the alerts. I'm a tool. There we go. Now it should come through. Joey, 13 months. And we had some follows there as well. Thank you for the follows, everybody. Joey, welcome back. It's a 13-month resub, as I say. B101 on YouTube. Yeah, that's correct, mate. That's correct. Joey, good to see you, mate. Oh, don't make me blush. Don't make me blush. Thank you, mate. What did you think of the new Active Sky, Chewy? I was very mixed with my opinion of it on the release day. However, they, you know, I got to give them credit where it was due. They were very good at responding to things. You know, like we picked up one of the worrying factors was that we picked up quite a few bugs on my live stream very easily, which made me wonder how much, you know, quality assurance and testing it had been through. Because we really didn't do anything tremendously in depth and we found quite a lot of bugs. But to their credit, quite a few of those, they had an open beta patch out for literally within hours of my live stream finishing. I don't know if they've done any open beta updates since then, but yeah. I'm currently not using Active Sky just because I don't like the weather transitions that they do in it. They call it like smooth weather transitions, but when we did it, literally the clouds just disappeared in front of our face. Because they do things in a different format, you know, like they'll do things on like a meta basis, you know, and when that meta updates, they'll try and smoothly transition it, but it was just looking like clouds were disappearing. And it doesn't work with SimFX as well, which I'm using. So, yeah. 2 seconds. Thank God it's Friday. Well, unrealistic, we hear it all the time with subs, so yeah. I've seen people weren't happy with yours and Jamie's review on Active Sky. It was quite funny watching them defend it. Oh, mate, I mean, I've been doing this for 9 years now. I'm absolutely, you know, I'm sure that they weren't happy with what people were saying about it. I don't really get what I said that was so inflammatory, like, wrong, though. I didn't really share a lot of opinion about it on that stream. I was asking a lot of other people what their opinions of it was more so. I was more interested to hear what your opinions were from my live stream. I didn't really share a lot yet, so I don't know what people were annoyed at me about, but honestly, if I got hung up on what people on Avsim said about me, I would have given up with streaming a long time ago. What yoke do you use for the 737 and the 787? So I'm sponsored by Thrustmaster, so any hardware that I use is from Thrustmaster. So yeah, I use the Boeing yoke normally. I'm not using the Boeing yoke at the moment, just because with the way that I have to mount it, I sit much further back, and I was worried it was causing some migraines that I used to get. So I need to find a new way to mount it. So yeah, it's had 4 betas now. Interesting, yeah. No, I'm not using Active Sky now because it doesn't work with SimFX. It doesn't work with SimFX. Yeah. You didn't read the full manual, so you didn't know how to use it properly. What? So me not using Active Sky for pretty much every day since 2016 doesn't count because I didn't read the singular letters in the manual for it. I love the logic of people sometimes. It does confuse me. It really does. You came for the free donuts. Where's mine? I'd like some. So yeah. No, Jack, it's more so the distance out from the screen looking at the text. 004 Aviation, that's not a command in the chat, mate. So yeah. I went looking for the thread on Avsim after Jamie joked about being called out on there. Yeah, I think Jamie got quite a harsh response on Avsim because Jamie was quite inflammatory with his opinion on it, which he's perfectly, you know, like, welcome to be. But there were quite a few content creators who were being quite inflammatory about it. I saw Two-Tone Murphy saying way more inflammatory things than I was, so I hope it's only fair of people to comment on those kind of things as well. As I say, I don't think I was being inflammatory whatsoever in anything I said on that live stream with Active Sky. We literally had one of the devs in YouTube, on my YouTube chat, talking with us about things. And I've been using Active Sky every day since 2016 pretty much until MSFS, so I was quite comfortable with how to use the product. I'm super excited for SimFX. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Speaking of new things, any thoughts on the Captain Sim C-130? No, mate, I've not got it. I've seen some things about it, and I know there's quite a divided opinion on it, but yeah. JBS, I'm just going to get rid of those, mate, because we listen to it anyway when it comes through. When we ever get a subscriber. What graphics settings do I use? AOO asks on YouTube. AOO, if you head to my website, chewy94.co.uk, it's all listed on there. So yeah. The issue with the Active Sky consensus is the out of context post about it being a cash grab. Well, I think there's a lot of very mixed opinion on it. There's a lot of people who are, you know, who will live and swear by Active Sky because they've used it for many years. And I'm sure they will have probably had a go at me about some of the comments that I made about it, which the developer was agreeing with me with, which is the ultimate form of irony. I remember one of the things that I said about it was that I was quite disappointed that it had absolutely no UI or UX updates at all. It was the exact same UI and UX as the X-Plane one. The options menu, everything like that, it looked dated. And as I say, one of the developers was literally in my YouTube live stream, and he agreed. He said, "Yeah, I agree with that. We're looking into it." I'm sure I probably got roasted about that somewhere, but you know, as I say, literally the developer agreed. So it's interesting. It's interesting, but yeah, I think Active Sky is very mixed. You know, I think there's a lot of mixed thing about it because it was kind of a bit of a whirlwind. It came out of nowhere. Hello. You know, we went from not thinking that Active Sky was coming at all to suddenly it being announced and it's like, oh, it's coming, to suddenly it being released within about a week. You know, there wasn't even, I don't even think there was 14 days between us all thinking that Active Sky was never coming to MSFS to then it suddenly being released, which is a very short amount of time. So I think a lot of people were taken aback by that. And also there were some comments made online by one of the developers that did kind of make people question things. One of the developers said in a comment, I think on Avsim actually, that they'd basically not returned a profit for a number of years. And this was kind of their last ditch attempt at making profit. Which made people think that, oh, well, have they actually developed a product that's worth our time here? Or are they just releasing something to make some quick money? Which I think is a perfectly good question to ask, right? And then there were also a lot of the questions of, okay, well, what does this software offer that we've not already got in the sim? Have they got some sort of sudden agreement with Microsoft and Asobo to have their own weather engine? Which, no, they don't. They've got the same access as all the other developers like Rex and X Enviro and all of those other people who do similar things. And so there was kind of like some questions of, okay, well, why now? Why is it suddenly coming now? So yeah, I think that was, I think there was some valid kind of like critical reception of it. But there were also a lot of people who were kind of like willing to give it a try and who were excited to see what it was all about. It's because we had to use it due to the horrible weather in P3D. Yeah, well, this is it. It just shows how much time has changed, right? Oh, yeah, this song's fine. It shows how much time has changed. Like, you know, back in 2019, you know, Active Sky was like one of the most staple add-ons in X-Plane and P3D. Like, if somebody had asked me back then, 5 years ago, what your like top 3 essential add-ons would be in X-Plane and P3D that weren't, you know, scenery or aircraft, Active Sky would have been at the top of the list. Literally, it would have been the first thing. But now with MSFS, it, you know, it's not by any means. And again, I just think that there doesn't seem to necessarily be any innovation with it. You know, they've not moved with the times. Notably, the UI and the UX was quite
slow,
you
too
know,
low,
outdated
flaps,
still, which they agreed
too
with.
low,
So,
gear, too low, terrain,
JBS, hello.
terrain.
Have we got a
Pull
sudden
up,
spam of Boeing things, do we?
Pull up.
Hello, mate. I appreciate the 500-bit Boeing spam. I appreciate you, my dude. Thank you very, 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 very much indeed. So yeah, none of my kind of like comments about Active Sky are ever, you know, deemed in a way that was to try and be derogatory to them. And as I say, literally, one of the developers was in my YouTube chat for the whole of the live stream. So I think if he'd have seen that I couldn't have a constructive conversation and given some constructive feedback on something in a good way, he probably wouldn't have stuck around. But he was really taking on quite a lot of feedback and leaving quite a lot of great comments back as well, which was great to see. So I am more than willing to give Active Sky, you know, another go again, but I want to wait for it to be compatible with SimFX first, because I'm using that now. So yeah, I feel you just tried to showcase the product rather than judge it too much. Yeah, I was way more interested in what you folks were saying about it than what I was thinking about it. That's very much the kind of line that I take now on a lot of things. You know, I look to see what your reaction is from it, from what I'm showing, instead of me showing something and then just giving you my own reaction. I think that's way more empowering for a content creator to do. I know you folks kind of like, lots of people will come into the chat and go, hey, Chewy, what do you think of this? And yeah, I'm like more than happy to say, well, I've given this a go and I like this and I don't like that. But I think actually you can get way more valuable data when you showcase something and then get the opinions of everybody else watching instead of just one, you know, which carries more weight, just my opinion on its own, or, you know, however many hundreds of people are watching the live stream. I'd bank on the second one. So I think the way that I approach things now as a content creator, and this purely really comes from the whole learning as how to do things as a community manager, you know, like, I prefer asking you guys the question. I prefer showing something off and then going, hey, folks, what do you think of this? I think that's way more valuable. Ah, hello, it's the lovely Katie. I hear I'm babysitting, so Becca and you can go out and get drunk next month. Just make sure that you both get home in one piece, please. What do I think of this? There we go. A 3-month gift subscription courtesy of Epic Nobody has entered month 2. There you go. There you go. Well, welcome back. Thank you, Epic Nobody, on behalf of Katie. I think it's very generous. There you go. That's my honest opinion. What do you think? Thank you, mate. Back in the day, if you didn't have Active Sky and Chase Play in P3D, you weren't considered a serious simmer. That's it, right? Yeah. What's your opinion on the CRJ? I don't really have one anymore. I've not flown that thing for a number of years. I think I probably last took the CRJ for a spin maybe 2 years ago now. So I don't really have an informed one anymore. Yeah, I see Jamie's been enjoying it. Yes, you are. There we go. Brilliant. Very good. 2 weeks till GCSEs. Any advice? I think number one piece of advice is to make sure now, because you are only 2 weeks away. Yeah, obviously revision and things are great. But one thing especially that you need to do around exam time is to actually, what a lot of people neglect, is to concentrate on keeping yourself in good check. A lot of people will, when you're doing exams, whether they're GCSEs, A-levels, university exams, they will substitute good sleep and good like nutrition and exercise and things to make up for it with revision time. And it is actually way more detrimental. You know, if you think cramming in loads of late night revision the night before an exam is better than getting a good 8 hours of sleep, you are absolutely categorically wrong, in my opinion. I don't know if there's been any studies done on it. I'd quite like to read some if so. But I think the number one thing to remember really with exams is just to make sure not to neglect other areas of your life. If you need to take a night off of revision to just relax, have a bath, I don't know, eat a bar of chocolate and get a really good night's sleep or whatever it is you do to relax, do it. I'll never forget the thing that my university course leader said to me. She said to me one day, she said, Matt, sometimes the best thing for your university degree can be a day away from your university degree. And my whole life changed from that moment onwards. My whole life changed. And I was just like, whoa. So, you know, don't be afraid. I'm not saying to you, you know, like, don't do any revision and just, you know, sit and eat and drink and be merry and sleep all the time. But just don't neglect those really important things to do, because they'll make you perform a lot better in the exams. If you've had a good night's sleep, I swear I deleted this. If you have a good night's sleep the night before an exam, you know, that's gonna just mean you're so well rested, get some good nutrition in you with a good breakfast in the morning. You're just going to feel so much better. You're going to have more energy, more stamina to continue going through the exams. You know, I think you see where I'm going here. In terms of actual prep for exams, well, if you're 2 weeks away, I'm sure you probably already got kind of like a setup on how you best want to, you know, you've done your revision and those kind of things as well. But just on an overall thing as well, just know that you're going to be doing your absolutely best going into those exams. Unfortunately, there's very much a culture in the UK of GCSEs are your be-all and end-all of everything. And yes, you know, if you can pass all of your exams first time and get good grades, absolutely brilliant. Aim for it. But please don't think that they are the absolute end of the world. I had people on my in third year of university who were still looking to get their C in GCSE maths or whatever that is now. I don't know what it is in Gen Z terms, but when I was at school, when I was a young lad, it was A star, A, B, C, D, E, F. You know, so yes, if you can get all of your good grades the first time, absolutely brilliant. Go for it. Try your best, but you know, all you can do is your best, and nobody can expect any more of you than that, ever. And if teachers are putting too much pressure on you and acting like it's the end of the world, I promise you, somebody who's been there, like so many others, been there, done it, and got the other side of it, it is not the end of the world. So, there we go. Anyway, big rant, but there we are. So, yeah. Katie agrees, however, your ATPL studies were definitely sponsored by Monster. How do you drink that stuff? How do you drink that stuff? I'm surprised, Katie, with you it wasn't coffee, actually. Anyway, right, let me scroll up and catch up. There you go, Ethan. I hope that was good for you, Ethan. I hope that helped you a little bit. I was here for the first 44 minutes of your AS stream. Can confirm you were very impartial. Oh, well, thank you, Pale. That's very kind of you. I did try to be impartial. And at least I tried to be constructive with any criticism. I didn't just slag the thing off. So, yeah. Yeah. Oh, we got a sub! I'll catch up with chat in a moment. Hey, it's Ethan. There we go. Welcome back, man. That's really kind of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You legend. Thank you, mate. I was too young for coffee, but... Great answer, man. Helps a lot, mate. I'm sure you will smash it. All of our best wishes and good lucks and everything are with you, mate. I know they're stressful. I know they are stressful, exams. But yeah. The other advanced thing that you can do with exam prep is to kind of like realize that nerves are really healthy. So if you wake up in the morning before an exam and you're nervous, good. Embrace it. I'd actually be a little bit worried if you weren't nervous. Because if you are nervous, that means it means something to you. And you value it. You know? So if you are nervous, don't get anxious about that. Know that it's perfectly healthy. And it's actually a really good natural reaction to be to something. So try and embrace it and realize that you're nervous because you care about it and that you want to do a great job. I think that goes for nerves in all walks of life. You know, nerves are a totally natural thing. So, yeah, try and embrace them if you can. What did I do in uni? I did what a lot of people would class as the singular most, like, wishy-washy, artsy-fartsy degree in the world. It was called Vocal and Choral Studies, which I'm sure all of you who don't already know this are probably sat there like, what the living vocal and choral studies? Essentially, the degree was anything to do with the human voice. So a lot of, you know, anatomy and physiology of everything to do with larynx and the human body. A lot of things on stage work for both singing and speech. And then elements of like anatomy and not anatomy and physiology, I've already done that, but speech and language therapy, which is what I was going to do. So if I'd have continued with my studies, I'd be a speech and language therapist right now. But here I am instead enjoying a bit of Coldplay whilst cruising at 38,000 feet in MSFS. I know which one I'd prefer. So yeah. No nerves could be overconfidence. Jackie, you're absolutely right, mate. Thanks for the follow, by the way, Jackie. I appreciate that. Yeah, you are absolutely right. So, yeah. Is it bad I'm hella nervous 2 weeks away from exams? No, embrace it. It's normal. Again, it means they mean something to you. If you're nervous about anything, it's because you care for it. Have you ever heard of anybody being nervous for something that they don't care something about? No, come on. Come on. So, yeah, if you're nervous about something, it's because it means something. What do you think of your TikTok landing? Do I dare open this? I don't know if I do. Did you do a bachelor or a master? So I did a 3-year bachelor degree, and then I was going to take a gap year, and then do my master's degree, which would have been a 2-year full-time master's. But in that gap year, I gave myself 6 months to see how well flight simulation content creation would do. And here I am. So I graduated university. So let me give a time scale. So I started my undergraduate, my bachelor's degree in September 2013. And that finished in like summertime, like May, June of 2016. So 2013 to 2016 was my undergraduate bachelor's degree. I started streaming Flight Sim in February of 2016. And that was as a way to kind of take my mind away from my studies and, you know, do something else, engage my mind by learning aircraft and doing something different. So by the time I graduated university and was still kind of streaming, at the end of 2016, during the winter holidays in December for Christmas, I said to myself, well, I'm on a gap year from university. I'm going to give myself 6 months of doing Twitch full time. And if by June of 2017, I'm not, you know, it's not going well financially, it's not really, you know, I'm not making ends meet, I can't really justify it, I'll go and do my master's degree. And here we are in April of 2024, where I work for Microsoft Flight Simulator and stream still 4 days a week, which I still have to pinch myself about. And I still don't have that master's degree. So there we go. The amount of nerves I had to take by your Czech ride was crazy. Yeah, but you know, it's because you cared for it. Jake, good evening. How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you're well. You saw a video of pre-update 7. The weather was so good. Did you enjoy it more? Better than, yeah. Some people have given that sentiment, to be honest. I'm sure you're not the only one. You're about 3 weeks away from your A-levels and you're feeling slightly nervous, but I know that A-levels mean less in the grand scheme of things than GCSE does, as I'm not going to uni. Looking forward to joining the work world personally. Yeah, and to be honest with you, More Dweller, for all you know, those A-levels, you know, like you might decide to go to university in later life or something, or do something with higher education later. So they're always worthwhile to have, you know. So don't brush them off as just something that you might never use. Yeah, you might never use it. To be honest with you, 2/3 of people who go to university within 5 years after graduating aren't doing anything related to their degree. So, you know. But yeah, you know, I know people who went back into their into universities or higher education in their late 30s and stuff. So, yeah. Will you be trying the Airsoft A330 when it releases? If it yes, when it releases, I will. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think there's a difference between confidence and arrogance, isn't there, Jackie? Yeah. David's here, good to see you. And Dan, 13 months. My goodness. I love the Coldplay song request, by the way. Whoever put these in, legend. Dan, hello. Thank you very much, mate. 13 months. Good to see you. Hello, I'm well. Right, sorry, chat. Twitch chat, I'm just going to neglect you for a minute because I've been neglecting loads of people in YouTube as well. Evan, sorry if I've missed you. Hello, hey, Chewy. Are those great SimFX contrails? Yes, they are SimFX for the contrails. You are correct. You are correct. And AOO asked, do I use any NVIDIA shader filters? Yes, let me get the link for you if you're still here. I'll put them in anyway. Oh, that's a capital. There we go. Oh, this song is amazing. There you go. YouTube people, if you want my NVIDIA filters, there they are. Michael, good evening. Hello, mate. Good to see you. Thank you again, Dan. Goodness me. I would really love to do flight sim streaming. I think I'm a bit young, so I might wait until the last year of secondary school. Yeah, it's a good idea, mate. Just give it a go. Again, don't come into streaming just, you know, doing it for money or anything. Do it because you want to do it for the fun of it. That's what I've always done. Jake, doing great, thanks. Happy it's finally Friday. How about yourself? Yeah, this week's gone super quick. Is it just me? But this week has gone, like, really quick. I don't know how. I mean, I've had a relatively busy week at work. But, yeah, this week's just gone crazy, crazy quick. Wild. It's flown by, hey. Nice pun. So this is saying we're landing at 10 past, but this is without the arrival in. This is without the arrival in. How are we doing with spacing as well? Oh, yeah, we're fine. We're all good. How many nautical miles are we behind? To be fair, we're only about 10 nautical miles back. I might just drop us back a touch. Just to be on the safer side with the aircraft ahead of us. So if we go 7-8, that should be fine. Hey, Jimmy! 6 months and back in the crew with a prime. Thank you very much, Jimmy. I'll turn down a bit of Coldplay for you. There you go. Thank you very much. Cheers, my dude. 6 months with the prime. Hope you're well. Smile. Always a smile on a Friday into the weekend. Thank you, mate. Going to get through your GCSEs by thinking about flying to Helsinki in July to see Coldplay. Oh, amazing. There you go. That would be a great present to finish up with. Yeah, I think that's another great thing to do for exams as well. Like, plan something nice to do to celebrate when you finish. You know. That's a nice one. Yeah. Hopefully get PMDG updates soon. Yeah, I don't know what their plans are, I'll be honest. I really don't. I do slightly regret taking A-levels to begin with. Is for me personally, I think an apprenticeship would have been better for me. Yeah, unless I fall in love with something that requires a higher education, I doubt I'll ever consider it. Yeah, no, that's fair enough. It's the beauty of hindsight, isn't it? I love that phrase. I think that's one of my favourite phrases. The beauty of hindsight. I get that all the time with my badminton umpiring. You'll get like loads of people who judge like an umpire's decision, and I'm like, yeah, you've been able to sit and judge it on YouTube for 3 minutes with slow-mo replays. We have to make a decision like that. Man Brigadier, I'm going to make a decision that I love you for 11 months with the Prime. Yo, yo, yo. Thank you very much, mate. You absolute beauty. 11 months, almost the 1 year mark, and a Prime sub again. Yo, yo, yo. Hello. Thank you, my dude. I'm looking forward to your 11-week summer holidays. God, I so miss university summer holidays. Well, I don't miss it now when I'm paying back all the ridiculous amount of money that I had to pay for my university degree with those long holidays. But yeah, they were nice. They were nice. Yeah. Yeah, that's always the thing. Right, yeah, we have dropped back to like 400 knots ground speed now, but it's all good. Just leave the country for 25 years. I know. Can I move to America yet, please? Honestly, I there are still times. There are still times where I'm just like, I could just go, but I can't. I can't. I can't. All of your recent holidays have been in the winter or spring. I do hope a summer holiday this summer. Yeah. Oh, we were speaking about this the other day, actually. I've not got anything booked. This is what happens when you're self-employed for 8 years. I don't know how to actually take a holiday. Like, I've got, yes, I'm going to Vegas, but I'm working there. And then I'm going to Cologne, hopefully in August, and I'm working there. I've not got any actual, like, holidays, like, booked or anything at all. Nothing. So, I don't really know what to do. I should probably look at booking something or even just taking some time off work, even if I'm not actually going anywhere crazy, but just having some time off. But I'm just used to working non-stop throughout the year and not taking any time away. I almost, like, whenever we have a bank holiday with work now on a Monday. Like, when I was streaming full-time, I never took bank holiday Mondays off. Obviously now with work with Microsoft and everything, I can take those Mondays off. Or, like, you know, when we have a couple of weeks break over Christmas and stuff like that. And I just sit there feeling really guilty. I just sit there. It's just ingrained in my brain just to work. That's it. I really struggle to take time off. I do think I'm a bit of a workaholic. But I love what I do, so, you know. Gonna say, don't your holidays reset after a year? I think, well, it's at the end of the calendar year. Like, so when I joined the company, I had 11 days of holiday, which I used, because I used 4 for a badminton event in Croatia. Complete waste of time. And I used 5 for Simfest, for World Flight. So, you know, I know that I'll already have 5 days off this year for World Flight. You know, that's already a holiday that's just automatically there. But, you know, there's still a good couple of weeks more on top of that of holiday that is just kind of sat there that I've not done anything with. So I could have maybe extended my time in America. Maybe I should have done that, but yeah. Here we are. Your holidays just seem to be more work. Well, this is it. Like, everybody's like, oh yeah, but you're going to Vegas and you're going to Cologne. And I'm like, yeah, I'm working those. So it's not like, yeah. I've been away from your stream for a few years' time now. You work for Microsoft now with MSFS. I do, Utopian, yeah. It's still kind of pinched me. But yeah, I work for Microsoft. I'm the European Community Manager for MSFS, which I started last August. So about 8 months now. Relax on the beach. The last time that I had like a beach holiday was 2019 when I went to Santorini. And that was amazing. I literally did nothing but sit on a beach for a week. And then the last time that I actually took like a proper holiday, like that wasn't a beachy one, was when I went to LA and Seattle with Johnny in 2022. So that was almost 2 years ago. So it's been almost 2 years since I took any form of actual holiday. Every other trip that I've been on since then has been either badminton or work related. FS Expo, FS Weekend, a couple of badminton events in France and Croatia. I had a wedding, but that was like a weekend thing. So yeah. Beach is overrated. Oh, I mean, if I could think of a dream holiday, it's a week sat on like a sunbed, not a sunbed, you know, like one of the nice decking things, you know, with a sunshade. A nice, cool European, not English, Fanta lemon, For some reason in like Greece and everything, like Fanta's, you know, like, well, fruit is just better everywhere apart from this country. With a book, just, you know, sun on my feet, but not getting burnt. So, you know, sitting slightly in the shade, just lounging back, sun out, you know, sea in front of me and reading a book. That is all I need. And my Fanta lemon. Yeah, that's it. Don't really care where in the world it is. Don't give a crap. So, yeah. What about a trip to Corfu or Skiathos? I think, like, dream place that I'd want to... if I was going to do, like, a spotter's holiday, I'd want to do Princess Juliana, you know, TNCM. 30 days paid off here. I'll be honest with you. I've been told what it is, but I can't remember. So, yeah. Having to read a book would torture me. Oh, I love it. I love it. Yeah. That's it, Jackie. I agree, mate. I agree. But I think the thing for me with holidays now is that, like, obviously because I'm not single and I've got Becca and I've got Mama Chewy and I've got the girls and stuff like that, you know, there's quite a lot more that goes into planning it. So it's not just a case of me, you know, like if I was single and living alone, you know, like I could just pack my suitcase and go on whatever. But that's not really possible. Holiday in Southeast Asia. I was supposed to go to Malaysia last year for a wedding, and I was actually supposed to be best man for it, but the prices were just ridiculously expensive, and it was the same weekend as Flight Sim Expo, and I actually went to Flight Sim Expo instead, and then broke my arm. But now I think the married couple that I was supposed to be the best man for, well, let's just say the Instagram posts of the wife, she's not wearing a ring anymore. So, yeah. May have done a good job of saving my money there. Am I getting the Win Wing FCU? No. Because I've already got the other one. I can't remember who by. But there's no point me having two. When did that happen? I've just noticed it on Instagram and I'm like, oh. Yeah, I'd love to go to Asia because Asia is huge with badminton. China, Taiwan, Japan, Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, you know, all of those countries, you know, badminton is like a national sport to them. You know, for you lot in America, imagine American football, but it's you know, like, or us here in the UK, football. Imagine that level of, like, you know, craze and commitment, and it's badminton, which is, you know, my sport. So yeah, I'm desperate to go on a holiday to Asia and, you know, take some rackets and go and you know, and play badminton in some of those regions. I'd love that so much. If I could go to Japan and go and explore Japan a bit and play some badminton there, like, oh, dream holiday. Yeah, I've got the mini FCU, but I did get it sent to me for review purposes. I didn't pay for it. But I didn't really fancy... I mean, this is going to sound like so arrogant, but I've got a lot of hardware in this studio, and I just don't have room for more, really. I'll be honest with you. I've got so much stuff that I just don't use. And there's no point me having two of exactly the same thing just by two different companies. Pickleball player, hell yeah. Oh, Outcast, I bet it was amazing. Phil in YouTube says, I traveled to Guangzhou quite a lot. Love China. I've actually got a friend who's... Oh, no, sorry, he's in Chengdu, not in Guangzhou. I've got an umpiring friend who's just gone out to Chengdu for the Thomas and Uber Cup badminton finals. I was very jealous. Orbex Alaska Mesh. I was going to reinstall that again earlier on today for today's trip when we were going to do some Alaska stuff, but yeah. And do Hong Kong and Singapore? Oh... Well, it's another thing that we were going to do today. I was going to do some Hong Kong stuff. Yeah, I'd love to visit Hong Kong. And yeah, and Singapore would be great as well. Yeah, I'd really like to do Asia. I feel like I'd enjoy Asia quite a lot. And I feel like, like cultures like Japan and everything like that, I'd really kind of get on well with a lot of the things that they have customary in their culture over there. So one day, definitely. Oh, the song requests today are on point. Safari to Botswana. Oh, that would be wild, wouldn't it? Yeah. If I was looking to get into FSX, are the base mods you get with good enough to get started? So, Jackie, we're actually no longer on FSX. We're on MSFS, Microsoft Flight Simulator. And you can literally, if you want, just get the base version of that. I don't know if there still is, but there was a sale on Steam. Is the Steam sale still on, chat? For MSFS? Yeah, it's on sale right now. So if you're looking to get it, now's the time to get it because there's 40% off. So you can get the 40th anniversary premium deluxe edition, which comes with loads more aircraft and default airports, for pretty much the same price as what it would normally be to get the standard edition. So yeah, Jackie, if you're looking to get it, if you're on PC, I would go for this on Steam right now. Microsoft Flight Simulator 40th anniversary edition is just the one that everybody's got. And then, yeah, I mean, you could just go with the standard edition. You'd be fine. There's some really cool stuff that comes with the premium deluxe. One of the big ones that lots of people likes is the Boeing 787, which you can only get access to with the premium deluxe edition. But yeah, and if you want to try it out, there's also Game Pass as well. There's Xbox Game Pass for PC and for Xbox. And don't forget, we've got a whole new sim coming out later this year. So, MSFS 2024. When does the sale end? I don't know, mate. I don't know. So, yeah. You lived in Japan for 10 years! I've never realised badminton was that big of a deal until I saw that many Japanese at the badminton championship. Yeah, it's wild, isn't it? You should see it in, like, Malaysia and stuff like that. In Malaysia, it's commonly known that nobody on court and, like, the commentators and stuff can hear anything because of the noise in there. Yeah, it's crazy. It's wild. You already saving for MSFS 2024? Oh, yeah. Is it worth waiting for the new sim instead, you reckon? Well, if you wanted to wait for the new sim, but you just wanted something to tide you over for now, you can always get Game Pass, which is, what, about £10 a month or so? But honestly, like, as I say, the base sim right now is 35 quid. That's one of the cheapest prices you're going to find MSFS for. 40% off on Steam. So if you are thinking of actually just buying it straight out, now is the time to do it, If I have MSFS via the marketplace, but it is a big fab with a Microsoft account, is it better on Steam? Oh, I prefer it on Steam personally. Yeah, I prefer it on Steam personally, but that's just my personal opinion. Honestly, in terms of, like the actual sims themselves, they are exactly the same. And when we publish an update for them, like, they go out at exactly the same time. But yeah. Oh, Xbox Game Pass is on a trial for £1 for a month or so. There you go. So yeah. David, good to see you. Hello, mate. How are you? Nathan's here on YouTube. Sorry, I need to catch up. And Phil's here as well. Phil says, I've stumbled across some ways of getting very well priced to Asia. Personally, would love to go to Vietnam. Yeah, there are some really clever travel tricks that you can do out there to get cheap flights. I wish I knew them. Nathan on YouTube also says, Chewy, long-time lurker since you were rocking the P3D's 777. You're a fine arts aviation sketcher. What's your favourite aircraft and livery? So Nathan, my favourite airliner in livery is this. It's unfortunately no longer a thing. They literally did one aircraft of it, and that was it. November 476 Mike Charlie. November 476 Mike Charlie. Etihad Cargo Boeing 747-400. That's my favourite, I think, aircraft almost of all time. If not that, it's got to be like the Landor BA 747-400. But yeah, there you go. They only did one of these, and it didn't stay in this paint for very long. But Yeah. Oh, I mean, Steve, I would be almost willing to learn how to repaint, and I've got no patience for that kind of thing, just for that paint, you know. Stefan, hello, good to see you. Steven's here as well. Hello, hello, welcome everybody, good to see you all. Hope we're all well, hope we're all well. You always have the insert the disc thing when I load the sim. I solved it 2 weeks ago, now it's back. Yeah, there are some things that we're tracking at the moment with gaming services. We are aware of it. We are aware of it. I know there's lots of people who have been getting like login issues and insert disc things. We have got a forum post and there's stuff on our Zendesk website as well on how to fix it. So have a look on our forums. There are guides on how to fix that. But we are aware of it. We know that there's something with gaming services right now. Jorg mentioned it on the dev stream the other day. And yeah, so fear not. We are aware of it. Let's get another view of the aircraft, shall we? We've been on that same view for ages. Whoever's requesting all this Coldplay, I'm digging it. I've not listened to Coldplay for a while, and they used to be my favourite band. It's been a good couple of years since I last dove into Flight Sim. I was all about X-Plane 11 and P3D back then, but now I'm totally clueless about MSFS stacks up against P3D or X-Plane. What's your take on it? David, so I'm a little bit biased because I now work for MSFS. So you might think that my opinion is biased, but you know, the vast majority of the community have moved to MSFS now. You know, X-Plane still does have its kind of, you know, fans, and there are still, you know, people flying X-Plane for sure, but the user base on MSFS is far greater than the other sims right now. In terms of add-on capability and stuff like that, you know, you've got a lot of the stuff that you will have been familiar with in P3D. The PMDG 737, you've got GSX. There isn't like a camera system like Chase Plane, but the default camera system is very akin to the X-Plane one, so you might be quite familiar with it. There's more scenery than you could ever ask for. It's ridiculous how many airports there are in the sim and scenery things. Freeware, you know, freeware is huge. Oh, why did that? I don't know. But yeah, freeware sceneries and stuff like that are huge in this sim. It's wild. And aircraft and stuff as well. So there's lots of things to enjoy in the sim. Virgin Atlantic 747 livery. I know, I never flew on that one. I flew on 4 separate Virgin Atlantic 747s out of, I think, the 8 that they had in the fleet at the time. And unfortunately, none of those was that one. Because I think it was based in Manchester. I have a few friends clamouring for the BA 747-400 with rollers in Landor livery. By far one of the prettiest liveries ever to grace the Queen. Yeah. I love it. The only reason to fly P3D right now is the 777 and the 747. Well, I mean, I love the, I really actually enjoyed the 747A in MSFS. So that kind of that gets if I'm in the mood. I was going to fly that today, actually, but yeah. I wonder how long it will take for the PMDG 747. I really don't see it coming out before the end of the year. I really don't. I really don't. When I start MSFS, the updater opens and immediately closes, then causes the sim to close out full screen and go back to windowed mode. It's just annoying, but having no other issues. Yeah, so that is a bug that will be fixed when Sim Update 15 releases Unrealistic. I know lots of people don't check the forums, but this is why it's really great to check the forums, because that bug was fixed in the Sim Update 15 beta. And so as soon as Sim Update 15 goes live, that will be fixed instantly for you. The workaround for it is to just wait till you get to the main menu and then click Alt and Enter, and you go back into full screen again. That's all you need to do. I know it's annoying, but all you need to do is just click Alt Enter when you get to the main menu. That's it. But yeah, it's fixed in Sim Update 15 beta. So yeah. That's it, 004 Aviation. I wish it was out by the end of the year, but yeah, I don't think so. I've been setting up for X-Plane 12 for the tallest aircraft and the 742, but have spent weeks getting into Ortho, Made and Ready. Well, that's it. That's what I don't miss anymore. I don't miss all of that faff. Eagle's here on YouTube. Hello. Yeah, Nathan, of course. Nathan, if you join my Discord server, then you can send it via that, mate. Yeah. It's like I woke up from a 2-year coma. Your dedication to responding to everyone's messages. But no, David, of course, I try my best, mate. Try my best. Yeah, David, I've actually got a YouTube video that kind of explains. Sorry to kind of like sell out here, but I have got a YouTube video of like my main like utility add-ons that I use in MSFS. To be honest with you, I don't even use all of these anymore. I'll link the video. So. But Navigraph, yes. Simbrief has now been acquired by Navigraph, David, so they link together perfectly. Flow Pro is great. GSX, you'll be familiar with that. FS Realistic, yeah, it's nice, but by no means essential. Reshade, I don't use that anymore. TDS GTN XI, that's just a GTN 750 add-on, but there's a freeware alternative to that. Little Nav Map, not really essential. I only use it for VFR stuff. Volanta's a flight tracking app. FSLTL is model matching. Rex AccuSeason, absolutely not essential at all. And then MSFS add-on linker is a free bit of software so that you can kind of like have an organized folder structure for your add-ons. So there's, there's a plethora of things that you can find online. But yeah. Do you think MM simulations make nice sceneries? I'll be honest with you, I can't remember what sceneries they make. Am I live on YouTube too? Yeah, I dual stream now. I stream on both YouTube and Twitch. Yeah. So, yeah. They make Podgorica and... Have I done I feel like I've done Podgorica, but I don't remember it. I don't remember it, honestly. It would be interesting to see the 737 MAX from PMDG. Yeah. Yeah, that would be super interesting. Super duper interesting. Right, chat, I do need to go and get an arrival in shortly. I know we've still got like 170 miles to the top of descent and like 25 minutes, but I just want to go and get... Why is that not synced? There we go. I do want to get an arrival in just so I can actually picture it. Let's go and have a look. Let me just see what the weather is. Variable at 3 knots. Cool. Fun. Captain Dan on YouTube says, hey, I'm new. Do you work with Xbox now with the MSFS team? Explain what the community manager, what does it mean? Dan, that's a great question. So yeah, obviously, Microsoft Flight Simulator is under the Xbox Games Publishing umbrella, so it's all linked. What does a community manager do? Well, I mean, it depends on the company, and to be honest with you, we've got a couple of different community managers with MSFS, and each of us have our kind of specialities and things that we do. I try to dip my toes in every single area, so anytime you pretty much see anything on social media, any tweets, any Instagram posts, TikToks, whatever the post is, it'll usually come through the community team. So we'll be the one posting it or making the post. I do a lot of video editing and things like that. Chat, is the bot skipping songs or not? I feel like it is. So social media, we do a lot of social media management. I do a lot of video creation and editing. I also run the MSFS Discord server. So we've got an official Discord server with like 81,000 members in there. We have the MSFS official forums, which we run that as well. We do have a lot of volunteer moderators on both those two platforms, but we kind of oversee it and, the running of it. Then lots of other things as well. So I, like have daily stand-up calls with customer support teams and quality assurance teams at Asobo. We do a lot of what's called sentiment reporting. So basically reading what you folks are saying about the sim and reporting it to people. If there's ever a bug report that comes up on the forums, it's the community team who will go and log it on the internal Microsoft systems to be reviewed by the relevant development team. We do written articles. So I did a community spotlight written article with a video about a charity event that I'm involved with called World Flight. Honestly, we do a lot. There's a lot of different stuff that we do. Event planning as well. We've got Flight Sim Expo in 2 months. and then Gamescom in Cologne in Germany in August. So we're planning things for that as well. And that's a lot of the, like there are other teams involved, but the community team do quite a lot for that. So yeah, there's loads of stuff that a community manager does. Loads of things. All sorts of different things. Anthony, I mean, if that's the kind of thing you're into, man, I'm not going to judge you. So yeah. Oh, okay, Outcast Dragon. Okay, that's fine. Right, let me go and have a look at this arrival. What the heck are we doing? Runway 11 arrivals. So we're coming in via Messus. So it's going to be a Messus 2 arrival. So we've got Messus, 25 DME out from the Lima Tango Oscar VOR above 7,000. And then the VOR. Right, fine. And then from there... Oh, well, it's surely going to be the ILS Victor or something like that, isn't it? God, which one would they do? Holy crap. I think the ILS Whiskey might be better just with that go-around track. Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, ILS Victor even. So we'd fly over the VOR... and then you track outbound, and then you do this turn over the NDB. That's what the real one does. So ILS Victor runway 11 with the Messus 2 arrival. Let's go and get that in. So ILS Victor runway 11 via LTO Messus 2. Execute. There we go. Right, I'll just put that in for now, and then that's going to give us... actually, let me just see if I need to do another wind uplink or anything, and then we're good. Where do you find your routes to fly? Yeah, Flight Radar, mate. You got it spot on, Henrifa. Yeah, Flight Radar. What's your Discord name? What's your Discord? Have I got a link to it? Let me paste it in for you. I need to set up some commands for YouTube, really, don't I? Okay. Did you find out if Microsoft is going to send the executive jet to fly you to Expo in June? Oh, I wish. Oh, I wish. Steve, the question in brackets, yes. Yes. Right, load. Execute. There we go. Cool, so that's in there. I'm just going to see how we're doing with spacing. I'm not that much slower than the guy in front of me, which is a pain. How far ahead are they? Oh, they're about 20 miles ahead now. They were about 10 earlier, so we've at least done something. Should be fine. Cool. Could you maybe just show how you handle your views if there's no chase plane? Is it bad? It's definitely going to be different, and you're probably not going to like it if you're used to chase plane. I'll be totally and brutally honest with you. However, honestly, once you get used to it, it's not too bad at all. So there's the main things that you need for key bindings. I think I've got a YouTube video on this as well, actually, is to do is to save a cockpit view and then to load a cockpit view. I can't remember what the default commands are, I'll be honest with you. But essentially you have some keybinds like for translating your cockpit view. So I use the arrow keys, and then I use page up, page down, which were exactly the same keys that I used to use in chase plane. So I would set my view, move around the cabin, blah, 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 make sure that I'm good to go. And then I've got the keybind set. So if I wanted to save this custom view to be number 1 on my number pad, all I do with the keybinds that I've set up is go shift and then number pad 1. That would save it. And then I've also got another, the keybind to load that camera view for me is just number pad 1. So if I press number pad 1, it would give me that. And then, if I want, well, this EFB view, I would move my camera around and then go shift 2. And now if I press just number 2 on the keypad, it will load that view. So that's how I do it. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you can go into the cabin to do 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's very much like X-Plane. The only thing to note is if you're doing an aircraft that does not have a cabin. So this aircraft has a cabin, right? If you're doing an aircraft that you can't access the cabin in, you can't like physically walk into the cabin, like you can't open the door and get into the cabin, there is a bit of a faff method where you have to edit a value in a config file, and it basically spawns your camera outside of the flight deck. Because the cockpit camera like category, you're locked inside the confines of the aircraft. So you basically just change one value and it spawns you outside the aircraft, and then you can, you know, move the camera wherever you want. It sounds really difficult. There's literally a 2-minute YouTube tutorial that shows you how to do it. It's really not difficult. And once you've done it once, you'll know how to do it all the time. You know, some aircraft have their own custom cabins that you can walk into, and then you just open the door and walk into them and go to the windows and set your views, you know. So it's very much like X-Plane. As I say, with just a normal kind of view thing. So yeah. Can views easily be bound to Stream Deck buttons? I wouldn't know. I've never tried it, mate. Never tried it. I would have thought so, because you can just do it as a macro, can't you? Because you can just set a Stream Deck thing as a button. So I would have thought so, but I've never tried it. For some reason, I can't get number pad 5 to work. Press the numlock key. There you go. Yeah. So there you go. If you're in dev mode, yeah, that's it. So dev mode's really good. Yeah. Atlas Cargo. Yeah, November 476 Mike Charlie, Nathan, but in the Etihad paint scheme. Yeah, it was originally Atlas. Well, I think Atlas Air now have it again. So, yeah. The sim doesn't register Steam Deck key presses. Oh, that's a shame. We've had so much Coldplay today. I'm not complaining, by the way. And then another one as well, David, is... so that's like all of your cockpit and your wing views. However, if you want to go and have a look at an outside view, you've got two options. So you've got just an external view, which if you press end on your keyboard, it'll take you out to this kind of like external view. And it's always kind of locked to your aircraft. So you can still move your flight controls and fly the aircraft and things in hand fly, but the camera's locked to the aircraft. And to get back in the cockpit, you just press end again. However, most times if I'm going to an external view, I'll press the insert key, which takes me to drone cam. And drone cam, you can either use an Xbox controller or like WASD and the number pad, so 8462, and just move the camera around externally like this. And then you can kind of set your custom view, you know, like you can't save any of these views, but you know, like you can set up some really nice shots, and you can even mess around with depth of field. Oh, that's a lag spike. Come on. Come on. So you can mess around with things like depth of field and get some really nice... It's difficult to see here without any terrain. But, you know, look, if I'm changing the camera focus, you can see me doing that. You can do all sorts in the drone cam view. There you go. Is there a flyby? There's no flyby, actually. I think that's one of the things that's still missing. You just have to make your own flyby. Whee! There you go. There's a flyby. Not quite the same. Not quite the same. Yeah, R and F and all sorts of things. But yeah. When trying to assign a button, the sim won't register any key presses on the Stream Deck. Could that be like it being open as admin or something? No. I'm a rookie, so don't yell at me, but what is generic on ATC? What do you mean generic on ATC? What do you mean? It's weird seeing you growing up and how far you go, just thinking about all the journey of how you used to be. It's crazy, Stephen. I regularly reflect on it. regularly reflect on it. Do I like Star Wars by any chance? I don't know what made you think that. The call sign of some planes say generic. I honestly have no idea. You know. You still have your Chewy merch. I think you were literally about one of 9 or so people who bought one of those. One of them being me. So we'll say one of about 8. You've always been disappointed with the cam system and Emma says, yeah, I know some people aren't a fan of it. Honestly, I don't even think about it nowadays. I really don't. I'm so used to how the camera system works and it does perfectly fine for what I need it to. Yeah. What's the story behind the mask for every sub? I think somebody many years ago said, oh, can you do the Chewbacca sound for me when I, like, when I subscribe or something like that. And I physically, like, I can't make the Chewbacca sound with my voice. So we bought, like, a mask for it. Or it might have even been a gift to me. And obviously it makes the sound. So instead of me not being able to do it with my voice, we do it with that. So it's just been a thing. I literally don't even think about doing it. It is just reaction. It's just reaction. I was watching a streamer earlier on, and yeah, they had like 3,000 viewers, but they weren't getting, I think in like a 2-hour stream, they'd got 13 subs. And I saw 2 subscribers come in. One of them was for 85 months, and they literally didn't acknowledge it. There was nothing. They just completely missed it. And they weren't even busy. They were playing Hearthstone, which is like a turn-based card game. And they were just sitting there waiting for their opponent to make a move. And I just sat there and I was watching and I was like, they're not even going to acknowledge that sub, are they? And I sat there for another like 5 minutes and they didn't say a thing. And I'm like, holy crap, how can... And I was like, maybe it's a one-off. And then another one came through. And again, they just ignored it. And I saw them like look up and it was just nothing. I was like, oh my God. I don't know. I don't know how people can do that. So, yeah. Do you have a spare mask in the event of a rapid unscheduled disassembly? I swear to you on my life, this is the same set of batteries that I've used on this mask since day one. Lots of people don't believe that. You know, I swear on my life that this is the same set of batteries. I've never changed the batteries on that mask. It's wild. So, I do not have a spare, although my girlfriend has one at her house, because I think her kids were just obsessed with it. My stepdaughters were just obsessed. Whenever they come round to this house, they're like... They're just down here in my studio, and they just want to pick up the mask and play with it. So I think Becca got them one. So if I do ever need to spare, I might just have to borrow that. Shouldn't you change the battery so it doesn't leak? Mate, I've had this thing for how many years now? Going on 8 years, and there's not been a sign of any leakage yet, so... We keep going. No fiance yet? No, not quite yet. Not quite yet, mate. Right, I'm going to get some more things in for the arrival, folks. We were going to watch some videos and stuff in cruise, but we've just been chatting, so, yeah. Right, the course is 108. Oh, yeah, I'm not trying to say that every, like, streamer is perfect. You know, like, there's been times where I've accidentally missed a sub because something's been muted or something, and I've had to go back and get it again, but... Like, this streamer literally just ignored it. And I was like, what the fuck? 109.9. And then they ignored it again, so I could tell it was like, it wasn't just a fluke. Right, 1099 and then 108 for the course. So that's in. We've got 3.3. We're going to land with 2.4. So that's 0.9. So it's going to be 55.8 for our landing rate. Landing weight. So I think we can still go flat 30. I do want to vacate early if I can. I might go flat 40 here because I want to get off at Charlie. I don't really want to have to backtrack because there's other traffic. Let's go flat 40 then. We're going to be so slow, but I think that's for the best. Just so we don't, or we reduce our chances of backtrack. So flat 40, 129. Auto brake 3. Again, it's just my default in this aircraft. Airport elevation is 51. So we'll set 50 into there. And the minima for this approach is 370. I'll catch up with chat in just a moment, folks. I'm just going to get this stuff set in for the arrival. 370, and then let's go and have a look at the METAR. So the wind's variable at 3 knots, overcast at 6,200. I won't lie, that's quite a shame because the views into this airport are ridiculous. So if we can't see much of it, that's going to be a shame. But if they're at 6,200, we still stand a good chance. Towering cumulus, so it could be a bit bumpy. Temperature 21, dew point 19. The QNH is 1015. Oh, it is becoming broken at 6.5. The QNH is 1015. So there we go. Good. And then the only other thing is transition level. Well, transition out is 11, so we'll go 12. I'll just stick it 1,000 above. Oh, it's already there. Good. Right, lovely. So top of descent is in about 12 minutes. 12 minutes. Good stuff. This is the last flight of the week, by the way, folks. Last flight of the week. We will be finishing up after this one. But we'll be back on Monday. Now, next week is a 6-day streaming week. 3 days on here, 3 days Simfest. So there's no stream on Saturday or Sunday this week. That's normal for me now. I do take the weekends away. But then we'll be back on Monday. Hey, toasted cheese! 42 months. I haven't had toasted cheese in a long time. Thank you, mate. 42. Too much of your face. It's fine. I'll just wear the mask. 42. Hello there. Long time. Yeah, I'm really good. How are you doing, buddy? Thank you very much for 3.5 years of the Prime. So yeah, so streaming schedule next week. Monday evening, I'll be streaming on this channel. No idea what yet, but something. Tuesday evening, again, I'll be streaming here. There won't be a stream on Wednesday. Thursday evening, I'll be streaming here. And then Friday evening, and all of Saturday, and some of Sunday as well, I'll be streaming from the Simfest 747 sim for a Star Wars themed charity event. So it's our May the 4th be with you. So we're doing a Star Wars themed event, flying between some of the famous Star Wars filming locations. So we should be going, well, we should be departing at about 8 PM UK time on Friday out of Abu Dhabi. And then, yeah, we'll be streaming until about midnight UK time on Friday. And then we pick it back up again on Saturday morning. Go all the way through until, again, quite late on Saturday at about midnight. And then we've got 3 more flights on Sunday. So there's lots. And you can see we've got some really cool flights that we're doing here. Some really cool routes. So this will be in the 747 sim. So Abu Dhabi to Riyadh to Amman. I think that's is that Santorini? I can't remember. And then Tunis, Dubrovnik, Naples, Zurich, Farnborough, Shannon, Bergen, and then there, BIR, Accurate, I can't pronounce it. But yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. So that's not this weekend, as in today, well, obviously, tomorrow, but a week today this kicks off. A week today we should be on our way out of Abu Dhabi to Riyadh. So yeah, please come and join us, and please come and fly along. We've also got a slot booking system as well. So if you want to book slots, you can do. I'm going to paste the links in the chat. But we've got a book thing, so you guys can book slots if you want. So you can see a couple of other people have booked some slots. Just a nice thing to do. There you go. So yeah, if you wanna jump on those, you're more than welcome to do so. Come and join in the fun. Oh, hello, Johnny. How are you? Johnny, are you at the event next weekend? I don't even know who's going yet. Playing Guru, hello, good to see you. Oh yeah, I agree, JBS. I agree. So whoever the Air Calin is who's flying ahead, please go order break medium and don't backtrack. Sally will be going on holiday on the... Oh, yes, of course you are. Forgiven, I guess. Forgiven. Oh, my God, look, there's land. It's the first time we've seen land since we left Fiji. Thomas, good evening. Hello, hello, hello. Sunny Phoenix. It sounds like a TV show. Like it's always sunny in Philadelphia. Won't backtrack. Thank you, Jet Delta. I mean, I'm sure you can make it off at Charlie with order break medium. Yeah, it's a 3,250 meter runway. I don't even know where this one parked. It did the same approach that we're going to do, though. How high was it when it passed over the VOR? About 9,200 feet. Don't know why the trail cut off there. Whatever. Yes, you did, Joel. You did. Indeed, you did. $9,900. Oh my god. Why don't you stream on weekends? Those seem like the days where most people would like to tune in. Because I work a 50 to 60 hour work week in flight simulation Monday through Friday. So I very much value being able to at least have 2 days off over the weekend. Just so that I don't burn out. I might only stream for about 3 to 4 hours on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, but I also do a 40-hour work week on top of that. So, on average, I work anywhere between about... Well, I do about 250 hours, if not more, of flight sim-related things every month. Anywhere between, like, 50 to 60 hours. So, yeah. I very much value actually being able to see my family. It's quite an important thing. So, yeah. That's why I don't stream on weekends. I'll occasionally stream on a weekend if, like, you know, family and things we've not got plans. But, yeah. I actually would like to see my family sometimes because I don't really get too much in the week. Curious about VATSIM. Afraid that I'm going to get up and get yelled at. I think just make sure that you go on VATSIM when you're ready to do so, when you're comfortable to do so. Make sure that, you know, you're comfortable with how to fly your aircraft. You don't need to know all the ins and outs of how to fly it, but you should be able to do, you know, the very basic things of directs, holds, headings, complying with altitudes and things. You should know how to do those things. And starting out in an area that you're comfortable flying in also helps, you know. For some reason, there's this obsession with people who are new to VATSIM on just going on Gatwick, which is probably one of, if not the singular most busy airport on the network, which is ridiculous. And they're the kind of people who get shouted at because it's a busy, you know, bit of airspace or busy airport, and they've got no idea what they're doing, and they're causing a disruption to other people. But, you know. You'll be fine, I'm sure. Ah, hello, Becca. Just tried out your NVIDIA filter settings and they look great. Are the ones in your sim up to date with the ones on the link? Yes, absolutely, mate, they are. Yeah. I can't take credit for them. Actually, a friend of mine made them. He only joined the MSFS club about a month and a half or so ago. and he just on his initial, he's a photographer, he's a really great photographer, and he just made some observations and did some NVIDIA filters quickly and sent them to me, and I've used them ever since. So yeah, there you go. And he said I was more than welcome to share them. To be fair, I've never done VFR before. I still wouldn't have a clue. I wouldn't have a clue with VFR on VATSIM. I really wouldn't. Yeah. Oh, that's a good thing. You know, Gothenburg's a nice one because the ATC is always great in Sweden, but Gothenburg isn't particularly busy. But, yeah. How did you build a base? Because I'm trying to start a Twitch channel. Honestly, by not concentrating on building a base. Yeah, it's great to have goals as a live streamer, but just concentrate on having fun, mate. Stream to have fun. Engage with people who come into the chat. Make sure that your content is unique to how you want to do it. Make sure that your production's good, you know, that your volume, like your microphone's not peaking, and that your, you know, sim is smooth, your stream looks good, and those kind of things, and yeah. I never went into streaming like thinking, how do I build an audience? Right, let's go down to 12. No, yes, 12. Let's go down to 12 because that's transition level. Yeah. Don't need video stuff for this weekend. We forgot to get permissions on the facial recognition to let me know on weekends. Oh, to be honest with you, I completely forgot anyway. That's fine. Oh, nice, Ethan. Well done, mate. Congrats, my dude. That's awesome. That's brilliant, mate. So there's 3 of us arriving into Noumea. As I say, folks, if I mean, the weather, it's going to be a bit overcast, but this arrival is one of my favorites, or well, this airport is one of my favorites to fly into in MSFS. I've only flown here once before, and it was one of the most stunning arrivals I've ever done. So hopefully it will be well worth the longer flight today. But it's been a nice flight. I feel like it's gone quite quickly for me. We were going to watch like videos and stuff to try and keep us occupied in cruise, but I kind of like doing this on a Friday. Sometimes on a Friday, I don't plan to do like a full rotation. I just do one slightly longer flight. Instead of doing 2 flights that are like an hour each, you know, I'll do like just one flight that's like 2 hours or something. And then, I don't know, it's just nice way to kind of wind down at the end of the week, have some good chats, chill out and stuff. So yeah. Is this just a Coldplay channel now? I mean, this is all subscribers. If you don't want to, I mean, if people don't want to just be hearing Coldplay, other people need to be getting some different song requests in. I'm not controlling the music right now. This is all subscriber song requests. So it might just be a Coldplay stream, but that's what, because subscribers are requesting, so that's what you're getting. Nice, More Dweller. Nice. Even made it onto Flight Sim Best. Oh, there you go. You've made it now. That's it. That's it. Yeah, Jet Delta. I need to give it a go, actually. Back in the day, you were doing challenging approaches. I mean, I do them every now and again. You know, it's not like I stop doing them. I just kind of do them as and when I feel, I guess. Where is November Whiskey Whiskey Whiskey? So it's Noumea in New Caledonia. So if you're wondering where we are in the world, chat, we're all the way over here. So we're north of New Zealand and to the east of Australia. So we've flown out of Fiji. Obviously, we're Fiji Airways today. And then we're making this 2-hour trip all the way to New Caledonia. And I mean, you can just see some of the terrain and everything and look at the views of the coast and everything. This is where we're about to fly into. It is stunning. Like, absolutely unbelievably stunning. I'm just hoping that the weather conditions don't hinder the view too much. Oh, we're descending. Nice. There we go. So about an hour and 30 minutes since we took off. Down we go. Something that's never been done. I have terrible clouds in MSFS, but everyone has beautiful puffy ones. How does that happen? But what setting have you got for your clouds? Are they on high or ultra clouds? Other than that, I've got no idea, mate. There's nobody will be using other forms of clouds. That everybody's all on the same ones. So yeah. Is there a nice scenery? Yeah, I can't remember who made... Let me have a look. Who made this scenery? Oh, Sierra Sim. Sierra Sim made the November Whiskey scenery. And yeah, it's nice. And then Innie Builds, as you say, Innie Builds did Nadi and Fiji. How does VATSIM work? Now that I'm flying with it, can I see VATSIM planes? So you'll need to download some sort of model matching package, which is basically like it inserts the correct livery and aircraft type so you can see it. So, you know, if you were flying on VATSIM right now, you would hopefully be able to see me in this livery, the Fiji Airways livery in a 737. And there's free things for that. So look online for FSLTL. FSLTL. They are Ultra. Don't know them, mate. If your clouds look bad but you're on Ultra, I've got no idea, mate. There's no mod or plugins. These are default clouds that I'm using, the same as everybody else. In fact, I don't think even mine are Ultra. I think mine are high. So, no idea, mate. Yeah, I know what you mean, toasted cheese. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Well, let's have a look. Ethan's got a shot. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Look at that. Is the standard MSFS and VATSIM different world? What do you mean? Different worlds. I'm not too sure what you mean. That looks great, Ethan. Great shot. Going, but you wanna talk. I am gonna have a shower after this, and then I'm going to read my book until I eventually fall asleep. And then I've got no idea what I'm doing this weekend. Hopefully more reading of books. If I fly without VATSIM, can I see VATSIM planes? No, the only way you would be able to do that is if you logged onto the network as just an observer. But then they wouldn't be able to see you and you wouldn't be able to talk to ATC. What book am I reading? I've got like 3 books on the go right now. Very nice. The main one that I'm reading right now, I finally decided to read and actually properly read all the Game of Thrones books. Because I've got them all. And obviously I've seen the TV show loads. But I just actually decided to read the books. And they're really good, actually. They're really good. I'm just gonna... I might speed intervene here. Just for the sake of... it's dipping us below. Can you transmit an observer mode? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think I have about 80 airports in MSFS, which is as costly as it is. I try and go for the big ones with the most routes. Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, Toasted, there's loads of stuff that you can do with freeware. There's so much great freeware stuff in the Sims. If you ever kind of do want to pick something up that's, you know, not got the most amount of routes, you can probably find something for it that's free. Monkey, good evening. Hello, hello. You can observe in observer mode, Lucas says on YouTube. No, but sorry, somebody asked. Oh, you can transmit in observer mode. Oh, well, there you go. You can, although don't do it. You shouldn't do it. So I just want to have a look at something. Has I think B Mendez has got rid of his Twitch. I was just having to think about mods that I haven't seen for a while. Oh, got rid of Twitch. Oh well. How do you get the flight details on the top of your stream? That's a custom overlay that I had made for my channel. I'm hoping the Aerosoft Frankfurt comes soon. Oops. Even the airport page shared the trailer on the official airport website. What? Of Frankfurt? That's pretty freaking cool, I won't lie. Aren't we meant to get PMDG 2 weeks notice soon? Define the word soon. Oh, Springfield! Mate, that's sick! Really? Oh, heck yeah! That's so cool. Oh, that's awesome, Michael. Oh, that's so cool. We got so many nice messages from locals. Mate, that just makes it all worth it, doesn't it? Makes it all worth it when you get stuff like that. Love it. Anthony, it wasn't a journey. It was America for their Springfield Branson scenery. Sketchiest thing in the world, upcoming descending towards mountains with thick clouds in the way. Yeah, that's it. Only we could have a terrain display on. I saw in another channel that the fly-by-wire A380 was 3 days away from release. That's a perfect... This is a perfect thing that I need to introduce you to, Akatame. Don't read everything you... Sorry, don't believe everything you read on the internet. Yeah, don't read everything you read on the internet. There you go, Chewy. Great voice. Don't believe everything you see on the internet. A fly-by-wire A380 is not coming out in 3 days. It's they said to me at FS weekend that they don't even know if it will be out this year. So, yeah. Sorry if this is a super bested question, but asked a gazillion times, but which version of the MSFS should I go for? Standard Deluxe or Premium Deluxe? David, if you want to fly a 787, get Premium Deluxe. It is the most expensive version. However, if you are on Steam right now, it's 40% off, and you can buy the Premium Deluxe version for basically the same price as what the normal version would be. In fact, as if by magic, I've already got it here. So normally, just the standard edition is 60 Great British pounds. However, with the sale on, you can get the Premium Deluxe edition for 66 pounds. So, I mean, personally, I think right now it's a no-brainer to get the Premium Deluxe edition for 40% off. Especially if you want to get the 787. But, you know, you're welcome to go with whichever one. Heading to bed, what time are you over tomorrow before lunch? I've got no idea, to be honest with you. No idea. Harry Potter, hello, how are you? Good to see you, good to see you. Yeah, I would personally advise just going for the Premium Deluxe now, because the only way then to get the Premium Deluxe package afterwards would be to buy it via the marketplace. Which costs a lot more to do it via that way. I don't know, JBS, I don't know. There's no information about that at the moment, mate. What will be your first flight in the 777? I don't know, probably some sort of delivery flight out of Payne Everett. I don't know yet. I need to know if I need stuff for lunch. I thought you just had a shop in. Surely you've got stuff for lunch, right? If I am there. I've thought. Just landed into Frankfurt on the Friday event. Had a 30-minute taxi. Wow. Oh, yeah. You can transmit in observer mode for shared cockpit. Yes, that's very true. Right. I will be turning off the songs after this one, by the way, folks. I think the song requests that are in the list will stay there. They'll just play during the next stream. Holy crap, we're through 15,000 feet and the TAT is already 20 degrees centigrade. think we also managed to produce the first FS Elite post with no negative comments. Yeah, I was that is you should frame that shit. You should frame that. Right, there we go. I am gonna pause. Well, stop the songs, and we're on our way in. Let's keep the descent going down. So next restriction is above 6,400, and we'll just go and get the latest weather. Which you already have. QNH is 1015, which is set once, twice, 3 times. Good. Have you heard of Sim Plaza? Yes, of course I've heard of Sim Plaza. I'd advise you not to ever mention it anywhere, and definitely don't use it. I'm a little bit concerned about how you know that what specific products are on there, I won't lie. But yeah. Is there a way to play co-op in the same plane? There's an add-on called Your Controls. I don't know how good it is. I've not used it for ages, to be honest. Camaro, hello, good to see you. Oh, Outcast Dragon, don't be that guy. Look at these views, by the way. I know they're not like the best views ever because of the clouds, but yeah, this is beautiful. Someone linked me it. That's always what they say. If I had $1 for every time I heard somebody say that. I hope you're not using it. Lucas on YouTube says Your Controls works very well, actually. Yeah, I used it many years ago, and it was pretty good, but I've not used it since. Alpine, yeah, good week at work, actually. It went super quick this week. Hope you had a good week, mate. Just as a quick note, folks, it's probably not a good idea to admit that you're illegally pirating software or have done so in the past to a community manager of the product that you're pirating from. Just a small word of advice. Right, I'm actually going to put this all the way down to 2,600. Oh, why does it have to be so freaking cloudy? We're about to fly over the airport. The views would be insane. So annoyed. Typical. I think I'm just going to say Noumea Jet Delta. That's how I've always said it. It clears at 8,000. I hope so. Turn off the clouds. That's it.
Noumea traffic. Aircalm 331 overhead November Whiskey VOR inbound for ILS Victor runway 11.
I can see something. Come on, is it going to clear? Might be clearing. Ooh. Here we go, come on! Give us the views. I told you it was worth the flight time. What's your TLOD? I can't remember. Whatever it is on my website. I think like 125 or like 150 or something. I could probably pump it higher, to be honest. Whoa! Hello! Oh! I told you! I told you! Oh! Oh, it's been so worth it. It's been so worth it. Oh, sorry. Aggressive movements. Look at that. That looks amazing. I told you. Have it on 110. I might have bumped it up a little bit from that, I'll be honest.
Noumea traffic, Air Callan, speed 31 and 13 miles, runway 11 island.
Right. And I mean, look at all of this. Yeah, we've already overflown the field now, so it should be... But there it is. I'm using Active Sky. No, I'm not using Active Sky because it's not compatible with SimFX. Noumea traffic, Fiji 291 outbound from the Lima Tango Oscar VOR for the ILS Victor approach runway 11 we'll call when we're on the turn for final. So there's Jet Delta in the Air Callan A320neo. We were going to be flying that today, but then there was a bug with the A320neo EFB with the, and for some reason it was to do with the Horizon Sim 787 update, which is weird, but yeah. We'll do some INI builds A320neo flying next week. Ah, hello, Rev. Good timing. How many miles have we got left to run? We'll probably slow things down a touch earlier just because of this turn. Ah, let's do so. Let's go flaps. Yeah, I just fancied the 320neo today, Crackjack. Have you heard of the A320neo order break issue? I saw Jamie's got some like hardware configuration thing. I've not noticed that or seen anybody else say it, although I might have missed it somewhere, but I'm not too sure. I don't know if that's a hardware issue or actually something specific just to that aircraft. This looks amazing. Yeah, perfect timing for landing. We've been airborne. I've only been airborne an hour and 49 minutes, so we've not done too badly. It looks absolutely beautiful. Look at that. Come on, you don't get much better views than this in the sim. I told you it's worth the flight. There's loads of great flights into here. Like if you go, like there's stuff from Brisbane. I think there's, yeah, like ATR flights. Air Callan have their A320neo. Air Callan have A330neos. This flight from Nadi, there's all sorts of routes in and out of here. And oh, it's just so good. Let's go flaps 5, nice and early.
Noumea traffic, Air Callan 331, 5 mile final, runway 11.
Great, we've got 12 miles of spacing. That's buckets of room then. I think 190 knots a good speed for this turn. And Noumea traffic, Fiji 2901, just turning technically base leg now for the ILS. Runway 11 will report when fully established through 4,000 feet now. Fiji 291. Awful radio call, but there we go. It's just for the person behind me. There we go. So there's Jet Delta, and then there is one other aircraft. Look at that. Yeah, I don't know if there's good freeware scenery, but there's Sierra Sim scenery. Right, let's arm the... actually, let's just arm the localizer first. I haven't checked what the go-around alt is. Come on, localizer. Capture, you know you want to. Come on! I wonder if I should go heading select here, just to get it to actually capture that. Let me just check the go around. It's 6,000 eventually. Right, VOR lock. Glide slope, there we go, 6,000, nice. Noumea traffic, Fiji 2901, ILS established, runway 119.5 miles. Beautiful! Yeah, it's Sierra Sim for the payware scenery that I'm using. So if that's the one that's on Sim Market, yeah. How's the default scenery? It's, yeah, as Rev says, it's a mixed bag. I'll be honest with that and say that as well. It is a mixed bag, but there's so much freeware, so much freeware. By just pausing the alerts, folks.
Noumea traffic, our Calum 331, clear runway.
Oh, look at that, loads of
Charlie,
room.
taxi into ramp.
Loads of room. Where's the other aircraft? Okay, they're directly overhead me now, so we've got absolutely buckets of room. So let's go gear down, flaps 15. Just passing above you, perfect. Oh, we've done really well with the spacing here, folks. Well done. Oh, look at that view. I told you, I don't lie here, chat. I told you the views were worth waiting for into here, didn't I? Right, it's 120. I almost feel like we could get away with flaps. But now I'm gonna do flaps 4129. So it'll be 134. That's so slow. Right then, so speed brakes arm, landing gears down, 3 green flaps, 40 engine starts, switches are continuous. Here we go. Checked. Why is predict banned due to channel moderation? I don't do landing rate predictions on my channel. Probably because I'm a boring boomer, but I've never really given a crap about landing rates. I'm much more interested in making it down on the centre line in the touchdown zone and vacating where I wanted to. Call me boring, but I've just never got the fascination of landing rates. I do look at it on my Volanta afterwards, because people do ask for it, but...
Approaching minimums. Minimums.
Continue. Break up. Reverse as normal. Manual brakes. Forward idle. And there we are. 1 hour and 56 minutes later. Welcome down. Beautiful. Aha. Is that a Pan Am plane there? Somebody's in a Pan Am 737 with split scimitar sharklets. What the heck? Noumea traffic, Fiji 291, vacating runway 11 at Charlie. Thanks, folks. Right, where the heck do I want to park? That's the next question. Let's go around the corner, shall we, onto a jetway. It's not that I don't want to park next to Jet Delta. But we'll go around the corner. This is a bit of time just to clear things up. Beautiful. Oh, look at that. On like a 7-mile final, I think. Right, what's the stand? I think it's P1. Parking? Oh, God. What the hell is it? Where's the one with the jetway? Ramp? Ah! Ramp 1. I think that's the one. I don't know which one is the difference. There we go. That's the one we want. Right in the corner. Right. Taxi light off. And then it's this final turn here. So yeah, this Payware scenery, Sierra Sim for the airport. Very, very nice. Oh, my rudder pedals are slipping on the floor. It's not what I want. I don't think that was the softest landing I've ever done into an airport, but it was in the touchdown zone nicely, and everything else was exactly where we wanted it. So, more than happy with that. I think. Hey, TKW's here on YouTube. How you doing, buddy? Thanks for tuning in for the landing. There we go. Parking brake is set. Hermione's telling me to shut off the engines. Thanks, Hermione. So, for the final time of the week, 2 blue, 1 red. Engines are dead. 2 hours, 8 minutes block time. Great stuff. Right, let's go and do a bit of that and a bit of that. Seatbelt signs out, anti-collision light can go off. We'll go and request deboarding. Is that actually a 737 Clipper? I don't think they've logged on with any aircraft. It says aircraft type nothing. They're a Clipper, but it doesn't say what aircraft type they are. Oh! Aha! Not great model matching, but at least it's showing an A330. So there's the Air Calin A330. It should be a, yeah, Air Calin A330 Neo, but... To be fair, they actually probably should have used this heavy stand with a jetway. That's my bad, but oh well. They can park next to the company. Right, so that can go in, that can go in, that can go there. Well, to be honest with you, we'll leave everything. That's fine, isn't it? Yeah. All good. That's all off. There we are. Complete. Jet Delta, no, I don't think I have. I remember I've done some stuff with like Southwest, like some of the stuff that they do in like Hawaii. I've never done any of the United stuff that they do. They do some really cool routes there, don't they? Right, I also need to unpause the alerts. I think we just got a follow through from Gorilla. Thank you very much. Thank you. Right, so Volanta. Here it is then. Look at that. Nice, easy flight. How did that look? Yeah, look at that. Look gorgeous. Gorgeous. Statistics. So, absolutely fine. 208 for the landing rate. G-force was 1.02. Nothing wrong with that. Flight time an hour and 55 minutes. Block 208. And then, most importantly, well, there's the main markers. Looks like that was right in the centre, if I'm not mistaken. Pretty much. So, that's absolutely spot on. And then, we set off at Charlie, which is exactly what we did. So, there it is. What an approach, though. I told you, I know I keep saying it, but I told you, folks, it was a good one. I didn't just pick it for no reason. And yeah, airport scenery, Sierra Sim. It's really nice, actually. It's good payware. Pretty cool airport. I was on VATSIM and watched the landing from the side of the runway. Hey, how nice! Fire station and all sorts of things. Safely executed landing. Did Kenko have some fun today? I didn't watch any of Ian's landings today. Oh no, I tell a lie. I watched he did a landing in the Phoenix. Where was it? I saw a landing that he did in the Phoenix and he looked alright. Was it the Phoenix or did I? No. I watched, I think I might have also seen him land the ATR as well. Because I asked him if there was a way that we could do predictions for whether he would land in the touchdown zone. I like the GSX profile here. It works nicely with the jetways. Oh god. Do I want to see this? Oh yeah, LFKJ's great. What happened? I've got this issue at the moment where, for some reason, with my new internet provider, Twitch will sometimes not load, and I need to like load a VPN. It's like an IP thing.
Good. Speed check. Too quick.
Oh shit! What have I just done?
Down. Reverse. Auto brake. There's no auto brake. Manual brakes. How good are the reverse
Oh
thrust?
dear.
Come on!
I don't think reverse thrust is even doing anything.
Why, man?
Were the reversers armed?
The brake.
Well, they were armed.
Reverse.
I mean, come on, he's landing on 3-3 right. He knows exactly what he's doing. It's deliberate, surely. I love Ian's calls on landing. Auto brake, decel, reverse thrust, spoilers, decel. So fun. Love it. Is it possible to log on for an event such as CTP just for spotting? Log on just as observer. But yeah, I've done it quite a few times actually. I remember there was one stream where I just wasn't in the mood to fly. And we literally had the best stream ever. We just played music, logged on to VATSIM as an observer, and just plane spotted virtually. And we went around loads of different airports that had VATSIM events on that evening and just did plane spotting. And it was so good. It was absolutely awesome. Yeah. Anyway, right, folks, I'm afraid to say as the baggage carts and everything disappear and the passengers go up the jetway, we are finished for the day. Thank you to those two of you who flew with me today. Very kind of you. We had both Air Callins, the A320neo and the A330. There we go, disappearing off. So thank you for those of you who flew with us on VATSIM. And for all of you lovely folks, whether you are on YouTube or on the Twitch, for tuning in today and for the entirety of this week. It's been another good week of streaming. I am going to take a weekend off, though. I'm going to shut off all computers and everything and have a weekend away. So I will be back on Monday. You're live on YouTube? Yes, mate. I dual stream on Twitch and YouTube now. Yeah, I do. Although you don't get any music or anything on YouTube. So, yeah. Depends if you want that. So yeah, I am going to finish up for the weekend, but we will be back on Monday. And as I say, next week is a 6-day streaming week. No rest for the wicked. So I'll be streaming here on Monday, here on Tuesday, no stream on Wednesday. I'll be streaming here on Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of next week, it is the Simfest. May the 4th be with you. Why have they got bottom to... I swear, whoever does the website. It's the Simfest May the 4th be with you event. from 3rd to the 5th of May. So that's next Friday, a week today, going through to next Sunday, where we are streaming and flying through all of the, well, loads of the filming locations for Star Wars. So that is next weekend. So that's why it's a 6-day streaming week next week. So 3 days streaming here, 3 days from the Simfest Sim next week. So there we go. Darren, do I use the Wing FCU? No, I don't, mate. No. Cool. Right. I am going to finish up there then, folks. So thank you all again. Really appreciate the support. We are finishing the week on 647 subs, which is absolutely awesome. So I know it's not quite the dizzying heights of some of the other content creators, but it means a lot to me. It really does. So thank you, folks. Very much appreciated. We will see you all next week. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. Enjoy yourselves. Happy flying. Good night. Happy landings. Rev, I'm pressing wrong freaking buttons now, for God's sake. Thank you for 10 gifted. I hate you and I love you. Wait, let me get them. Who is it? 10 to Rice Ninja. What a name. Adrian, Real Dog, Zero, Hello, Flying Chris, Devin, Craig's Balls of Fury. Balls of Fury. Isn't that a film with Christopher Walken? It is. Valiums and Julian FS. Rev, you're a beautiful human and I love you. Thank you. Bye.
And landing lights off.